Maranya asked
Hey,
for two things for her
Sagan.
birthday. Maranya
It
asked for
is.
2 things for her birthday. Iron Man covers and wrestling talk. We were just giving her a birthday present.
That's right.
Okay, yes, we covered the wrestling talk. Go figure, that was a thing. And then so now it's on to the Iron Man covers. All right, we got 1 through 12. We've got issue number 50 because you just want to say ha ha. Rub my face in it.
I just want to show off a really righteous cover that was dissed.
And we've got the Submariner Iron Man special. And hello to everybody. We also have a pretty cool crew here. Of course, Maranya on her birthday has decided to join us. And we've also got Professor Pixel.
Hello. Happy birthday from all of us to you. We wish it was our birthday, so Puppeteen could party too.
I like it. The Weird Al Yankovic. They say it's your birthday. It happens every year. We eat a lot of broccoli. We drink a lot of beer. You should be good and happy that there's something you can eat. 1 million people every day are starving in the streets.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, we're starting a sports stream.
There you go. All right. All right. And then, of course, we've got Eric back issue Breen,
who will not be singing this evening.
You know, I think life. I bet Eric has a Dean Martin smooth voice.
He could do it if he really wanted to. He could do the Cary Grant.
I just have that feeling. All right, and of course we've got LK, who not only is here to judge covers, but he might actually be taking over if my computer drops too many times or for too long.
Yeah. And the reason I'm on the panel tonight is because I will be saying more than I can say in 200 characters.
Oh, okay.
In the comics, that's why I'm here to actually give a more in-depth review of the comic.
It takes more than 200 characters to talk about one character.
That's right. That's right.
I've by the way, I got a collection in, including our big dogs, the biggest of the big dogs this week. Here they are. This one's going to be about $6-7. Captain America Annual there, number 4. Random Fantastic Four book because I love the cover. That'll probably be in the 3 or 5, depending. Same as Avengers number 220. Once again, I was just like, oh, okay. You know, I saw it as a low bid, so I took it. Annual number 6 because it's got a great patriotic cover with.
Oh, that's a very good cover.
More than like 3 to 5. Another 3 to 5 is, and they don't sell. I don't know why I'm getting Captain Marvel books because they certainly have not sold. Another Captain America that the cover is just awesome. So I love this Deathlok Captain America cover. So when I was able to get it, I figured, this one's going to be about 10. It's the first appearance of Speedball. Yeah.
That's one that Zach might want.
Then we have the first appearance of New Warriors.
Zach already sleeps with one of those under his pillow.
And I got this issue of Crisis on the first issue of Crisis on Infinite Earths. And because we were talking about it, and I thought it would be kind of cool, because I know it's a $10, sometimes $15 book, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to charge a little less because some guy named George signed it.
A certain George, Mr. Perez.
Well, yeah, I think that's the last name. At least that's what it says on the certificate of authenticity. So nice. this is the big. They ain't making these anymore, ladies and gentlemen.
No way.
So this is the big dog this weekend. It's in excellent condition. This book, and it is a So this will be at the auction. I'm gonna do a unboxing probably tomorrow, or well, maybe on Friday because of tomorrow we're actually celebrating Elizabeth's birthday, which happened on Saturday, but we had no time. We cannot be the only family who does this. Oh, it's your birthday there. We're all working. What's the day that everybody's okay?
I have
what adults do.
Yeah.
I come from a household of 13 people. We do that all the time.
Yeah, that's a nice gig dog, says one Undead, which I hope he's doing a ventriloquist impersonation from Batman. Yeah.
How many pixels are there?
How many pixels?
than your family. You said 13.
Yeah.
Oh, there's only one pixel.
The screen, and it's like a million, but
I'll tell you what, man. Do you know what?
Spoiler alert, I will not rate all of them 10s.
Okay. Well, you know what? Oh, shoot. Let me get at least this going. I forgot to get the page.
Well, real quick, I was going to recommend something for that Perez book.
Okay.
To try and get the biggest bang for the buck, start advertising it every day, the auction, and set a time. And I would almost say it should be a lot by itself.
Absolutely.
You know, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Because it is really
thinking, JD.
You know, that where it'll be, you know, the auction's going to start at 8, but the Perez book will be up at 10 o'clock Eastern.
9:30 is usually when we do the. Remember, we used to stop everything and do big dogs at 9:30.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
you could do 9:30 or you could do 10. It depends.
I would say 10 to build the audience.
But start advertising that now.
Okay. Yeah, because it's I've seen it's going for anywhere between 75 and 150.
Mm-hmm.
eBay is a weird place to look at.
Either super cheap or super. Whoo.
Well, you get people who. Here's the thing: eBay. When you set up an eBay account, you will have. They will tell you, oh, in order to get bidding wars going, put your item up for $1. Don't do that.
No.
If you do that, you're selling your item for $1, or maybe, so like you'll see a whole bunch of things and it'll be like, oh, this sells for 150, 175, $850,000. And then you'll get that one or two that's for $3.99. And it's because they started it at 99 cents. Do not do that to yourself. All right.
Do that for Eglinton's benefit, but not to yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sell it to me for that. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, once upon a time, there was a certain philosophy where that made sense, and it did work. But in current climate now, I think enough things have kind of changed that it doesn't generate the bidding that it used to.
No, it doesn't. A lot. Well, there's too many buy it nows. All right, kids. That's enough shop talk.
Yes, let's get this started.
Let's get to some cover rankings. Now, Maranya, you wanted to be...
I'm going to be cleanup. I'm going to be batting cleanup.
You wanted to be the batting cleanup, which really is only on one or two times.
No, I want to do it for all of them.
Oh, okay. You want to be the last to speak on all of them.
That is correct.
Then I guess I'll start on Iron Man #1.
No, you start with Submariner.
You're gonna share out the tier, share the tier screen again.
Hold up. Alrighty.
I'm saying because that's where it really starts is Submariner and Iron Man #1.
Okay. Okay. I didn't know.
Who, Maranya?
Submariner sauce. Yes.
All right. Sorry, kids.
Also known as normal.
Okay, so
it's Maranya's birthday.
Okay, for Maranya's birthday, I'll do this.
I'm just saying that's where you should start. It's the beginning.
All right. Well, actually, I because of the way it's numbered.
Oh,
it's just,
okay.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing to say I can't turn the page over and just show this one right away.
Right.
Okay, so I guess I'll start us off then. Let's see what we're looking at. We've got a Submariner. We've got Iron Man. No background whatsoever, and it looks like somebody Jedi'd a whole bunch of bricks up in the air, and Iron Man's punching them. Special once-in-a-lifetime issue. Great background. Everything's rendered well.
Yeah.
Shaded well on Namor. I dig this cover enough. I think I'll give it an 8. All righty, and Eric.
I kind of echo your sentiment there. It's got a nice background. It's got Iron Man punching his way into his own book and Submariner flying off to go to his.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's what I look at.
I like this cover a lot, and it's one of the few that we're showing tonight that I actually have again. So that's a plus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go 10.
All right. And Pixel.
If it's my turn, it is my turn, isn't it?
It is your turn.
Are there any other pixels? said you weren't.
Well, I didn't hear that. He cut out for me. It's so weird. So I think I agree with England team. It's an 8.
All right. And LK.
Yeah, I'm going to go in the 8 category as well.
All right. We got 3 8s, 1 10. Maranya.
Okay, first of all, this cover is by Gene the Dean Colan, and it's inked by Bill Everett. Two heavy hitters right there. And as I say, this cover has the characters drawn in their established model designs with dynamic hero poses suited for their characters. There is just enough background to frame the characters. You've got the bricks flying. I score this an Iron Mariner 10.
That's what we're talking about.
And there will not all be 10s tonight. I'm telling you right now, not all of them are 10s.
No. When did you start adopting a Southern accent, Maranya?
I don't know. I don't know. That's just me doing like the narration over in over on the Geeky Puppet Show. I slip into the Southern accent.
It's from the readings. Hard to get a break.
Well, golly, kiss my grits.
Kiss Margaret.
And there he goes. All right.
Okay, so you're taking
So
it.
long, farewell. I'll be losing. Bye.
Just keep the numbers so he can keep track of them so that he knows what.
Well, I mean, it's there. He should be able to see the chat when he comes
Well,
back.
I'm talking about for if he doesn't come back.
So while wait, hey Pixel, have you read your books yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
There he is.
He's coming back.
I do have an Iron Man book though. You saw that.
Yes.
I'm mostly looking forward towards Doomsday with the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. What did you give it, Maranya?
I gave it. Let's see. Let me look at my notes here. I scored it an Iron Mariner 10.
All right. And
as I said, I will not have all 10s on these. So, yes, I did tough grade some of these.
Okay. Let's see. Into the chat. Into the unknown. We have an 8 from Undead Quinn, an 8 from Brian Stam, a 9 saying that's pretty badass, American Boy. Got to go 8 says Interweb Dude. Dark Admiral with a 9, and then we've got a 10 from the Comic Book Frog, who really should be here. 8 from Ethereal Dragon, 9 from Michael Taylor. Hello to everybody, by the way. Jackson Roykirk says 10, as well as One Slick Dude adding on eye-catching. This is the book that started me collecting comics. Joe says 8, and Henry Jeremick says issue 1. Well, yeah, easily a 10 in my eyes, but probably the most stepped up knees that I've ever seen on Iron Man. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Killer. 9 love the art. 9 love the art style, says Dave. Howdy, Dave. Let's see, 8 on Ice Tops, and there you go. All righty. I got pre-Mad Men.
If the Frog, if you're going to come in, come in.
And I ate my Stromboli. Man, I wouldn't mind a Stromboli.
I would love a Stromboli.
Yeah, Stromboli would be good. Okay, so doing. By the way, I really appreciated being able to do the math yesterday or 2 days ago while LK was running the show because.
Oh, we have a last minute 9 from MK.
Almost everything matched. So there we go. Okay, but what we got here is we've got 8 8s trying to knock down those 5 10s, and it does that, but that only leaves 3 8s versus 5 9s. This is a 9.
He's constructing the sandwich.
Oh, what kind of sandwich? What kind of sandwich are you making for me, honey?
I'm sorry, what?
All righty then. We got.
I don't know, the sass that's coming from Maranya is at a level that I'm not used to.
Constructing a sandwich. Okay, now we're on track. Let's go with
Iron Man
let's go with Eric. And here is Iron Man number 1.
Okay, I love all the things going on in the background, but the main character himself looks like he's just been run over by a Zamboni. I don't know where Stromboli. But I've always, I love the cover because it's a number 1 and everything, but I always thought Iron Man's pose just looks weird. So I got to knock it down to an 8. Yeah, and it'd be even lower if the background wasn't so cool.
All righty. Professor, are you there? You're kind of frozen in the picture.
How am I? You're freezing for me. I'm freezing for you. We're both.
Well, you know, at least we're doing things for each other, and that's what's important.
That's where.
And you know, your face is never in a cool position when you freeze. You ever notice that?
That's true. Yeah.
No, because I don't notice myself freezing. I think that this is a 9. I think that this is a very cool cover. I think the pose of Iron Man is very solid. And who doesn't love a big premiere issue ribbon?
Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
Okay.
And LK.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with Eric in terms of knocking this down because it is just such a weird pose, and I'm giving it a 7.
All righty.
Okay, here we go. This cover was by Gene Dean Colan again. This time he was inked by Mike Esposito. And as I said, the hero is drawn in an exaggeratedly dynamic pose and to his established character design, which is important because sometimes they don't always go to the design. The primary red and yellow hero color scheme is used effectively in Iron Man, where the focus should be. The muted blue background colors unify the design around him. There are subtle details such as Iron Man fighting AIM soldiers and Jasper Sitwell rescuing Whitney Frost in the background. Those little bits, they're kind of in that little muted blue background. But if you look close, you'll see them. I score this a premier 10.
Okay.
Just because of all those details.
I gotta tell, I like the little details as well when you're looking at it. It's
yeah, I did look these covers over a lot,
and it's something because it's like I say, this one of the great things about this show is I've seen this cover a million times, but this is the first time you're like zeroing in on everything. But I can't get past exactly what Eric says because this is always bothered me.
I agree is a bit freaky, but
everything in the background is cool. What is going on with Iron Man? He's
doing serious man spreading.
Instead of a hero pose, it's more of a
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe it was just because maybe it was inked wrong or something.
Yeah.
Maybe he just.
I'm agreeing. It's an 8. All right, but going on. I thought Stromboli was the guy who played Stradivarius. I thought Stromboli was the guy who kidnapped Pinocchio. It all depends on where you're from. Undead Quinn says 6, and so does Interweb Dude. Dark Admiral says 9, and Joe says 6. So we've got 3 6 and a 9.
I just took it as like a dramatic pose, like a dumb.
Yeah, but that is a bit.
Well, it's supposed to be, but his feet are slipping out from underneath them.
Yeah.
That's it. They could have put the left leg a little bit, moved it in a little bit.
Eric and Boyd says 10. I had this at one time. I did too. Let's see. It's a strange one, says Undead. Ice Top says 6. One Slick says 9. Good cover, but that leg spread and even his mask looks like he's in pain. So we got a 6
with that
and a
spreading,
9.
he would be in pain. Think about it.
Let's see. Did you do 6 from Ethereal, 9 from Henry Jeremick? All right, 6 and another 9. MK at Maranya. My mom used to say "kiss my grits" all the time, and I still forget where that's from. Anywho, Leon Man looks like he's about to do Van Damme split and looks depressed. I'll say 10 for a depressed Leon Man. 8 from Brian Stam and 9 from the Iron Man spreading. Alrighty, we got an 8, we got a 9. Next up, his legs are broken, and that Jackson Raker says, giving it a 7. Alrighty, 10 from Michael Taylor, 8 from Dave saying that man spreading. So we got an 8 and a 10. Alrighty, and then we've got Iron Man posing for Playgirl. But let's see, when I'm looking for scores, that is that. So let's get the stop on that. Bring this down. We've got 5 6s. Knocking out those 4 10s and one of those 5 9s. We've got 2 7s knocking out 2 others, leaving 2 9s versus the 4 8s. And we've got our second 8.
I thought the first one was a 9.
It was
No,
a 9.
yeah. I don't know why I said our second 8. First one's a 9.
Okay.
Okay. Don't listen to what. Why are you? I don't listen to what I say. Why are y'all listening to what I say? Okay, so
I've been
it's
asking
Pixel's.
myself that for 6
I
years.
know, right? It's Pixel's turn. He's got issue number 2.
Oh no. So I like. What do I like? This is
You
rough.
like a freaking phallic robot chasing after Daphne from Scooby Doo, while Iron Man.
No, it's
Looking for a
Daphne
contact
from
lens.
that. It's Daphne from that little kid Scooby Doo when they were all just children.
Right. Okay.
So this is a. I'm going to 6. I don't like the. But that being said, I do like the detail work. The detail work on Iron Man is very good, but his position is odd. He is gigantic. The girl is small behind him, and that robot, it looks like they wanted a decent position, but they failed. This is a 6 for me.
Okay, it's all perspective.
I know.
See, they're actually 6 feet away from Iron Man. Iron Man's right in the camera. They're about 6 feet away, so she's looking smaller, and it proves that the giant robot is even more giant.
It's for
Yeah, but he doesn't look like a giant in that position. It's a
I
bad.
know. I'm talking about out my ass. I don't know. Oh, you said
Oh,
7.
no,
How about
it is for perspective. You are correct on
Okay.
that.
how about you, LK?
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. I'm not liking, and I'm looking at a 6 as well. Plus, I'm assuming some kind of coloring issue because it literally looks like it's only her top half. I mean, you see part of the background between the bottom of her chest and Iron Man's shoulder, and it's like, okay,
Yeah, that's true.
that somebody messed up there. So yeah, a 6 at best.
All righty.
Okay,
Eric.
Eric, go ahead.
So the Pixel, that Scooby Doo kids show you were referring to, did Daphne have a rack like that? Because that'd be inappropriate if she did.
Talking more about the haircut.
Okay, just checking. This first, I want to say anybody that takes shots at this robot, I don't want to hear anybody talk about. Have you seen the original Punisher? The little like 4 foot,
Yeah, the
garbage
one with the
can-
spinning
yeah.
arms from Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that is, that's a Decepticon compared to that. Did I get that?
Are we saying robot now?
You did.
Robot,
You did.
yeah.
Good job.
Okay.
I did. Oh, how about that? That's wait till I go over to Madman with a Box and drop knowledge tonight. There,
Okay.
I'm gonna go 7 on this. It's unusual. It's the Iron Man. It's obviously the artist is comfortable assuming that everybody knows who Iron Man is because, as I said, he's kind of looks like he's trying to get a glimpse of stocking there. But yeah,
Well,
7.
it is looked on as kind of shocking, but anything goes.
Nice. See what you did there.
Okay. This is
So okay, one more.
okay, which is me.
If you want to be the last one on the panel to speak, you gotta let me go before you there.
I thought you went.
No. All right, so I always let everybody else go first. So this one, I think you guys are crazy. This is camp fun. I love this for all of its silliness. The robot is just it is. I mean, this is out of a Scooby Doo show. I think I saw that robot right in Scooby Doo. I give this a 9. All right, Maranya, go ahead.
Okay, this is issue number 2, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's okay. This cover is by Johnny Craig. He did, I believe, both the inks and the pencils on this one. And I call it's a very different rendering style, which it kind of feels a bit simplistic and less detailed when you compare it to the prior cover renderings. But the layout is still dynamic, with the hero and the damsel both shown in danger from the rampaging villain. There, you still have that. There, here you got the primary color heroic triad of red, yellow, and blue are used on the hero and the damsel, while the villain is colored in the secondary color green, which is a standard villain color in comic books. The background's a neutral gray, which sets off the other colors. And sit down, Jackson, for this score. I scored it a Demolisher 8. I did not give this a 10.
So I'm the good guy on this one. Erica Boyd says 9. Michael Taylor says 8. Good cover, cool cover. And Comic Frog says 10, while Ice Top says 7. So we've got a 7, an 8, a 9, and a 10. Alrighty, Pup Named Scooby-Doo is the title of the cartoon. 8, it's campy. I'm a sucker for campy, says Interweb. And then we've got Undead Quinn saying 6, as well as Joe and Ethereal Dragon. Greenbot is lame looking, yes. And Dark Admiral Hare says, da-da-da-da-da, I'm loving it. So we've got 3 6s and a 10. 1, 2, 3, and 10. Alrighty then. Jackson Raykirk is saying 6. And Weird Robot looks like Kid Druid. I give this a 5. So we've got a 5 and a 6. Coming in with Dave Sonowitz, we have 9. That robot is classic old school Marvel plus Woman in Peril as well as the hero. And one slick is saying 8, rather plain cover. And if Iron Man is down, there should be some damage to the armor.
Well, not
Alrighty,
necessarily,
so-
not necessarily, because at that time he used to run out of power a lot.
All right. And the Frog is saying, remember to support this channel. Donate your money. That is good advice. That is why he is he is changing his profession to life coach, because he gives good advice like this.
Dear God.
If I could click
Can you
on there, I
imagine
would
Frog
pin the
as your
tweet,
life
but it's
coach?
not letting me. Am I still here?
You should-
You are.
Did I freeze up?
No.
You're still here.
No.
We see and hear
Son
you.
of a bitch.
Next up, you have Henry saying 5. Bad proportions, bad foreshortening. I can see that.
I love how the Enter the Demolisher box is.
There he
And
goes.
there he goes.
Yeah, when he does that, it's like that train coming at him. You know it's going to hit him. You just
Yep,
don't
yep.
know when.
Mhm.
I seem to have lost my train of thought.
Oh, MK, that is Klaatu you're thinking of, the robot.
Robin.
Robot. That's right. He used to power into a standard 110 volt wall outlet or the cigarette lighter charger in a car, even at times. So,
Wow, just think if his armor ran out of power now with no cigarette lighter in a car.
yeah. Okay, we've got our life coach.
Maybe you could plug into the
Oh, you just stay in the background.
you could plug into the electric car, I guess.
Hi guys, it's me, the life coach.
Oh no!
More like suck the life out of me,
Okay.
coach.
All
Alrighty.
You
So
missed.
let's say again.
You missed. Let's see. Looking for the thing. It was Henry's. He gave it a 5.
Oh, Henry came in late.
No. He came in that I read it after you left. It was after you left.
Yep. We've got 5 from
Henry.
him.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. I got
MK's got an 8.
Then K has an 8.
yeah, and then I'm looking because I saw that. Okay, there it is.
And that's all the scores we got so far.
So I'll just say this: the robot part, was that a mispronounce or is that actually like a saying from a celebrity?
I think it was actually on some shows they called robots.
At least we started that.
We
I don't
started.
know. You start everything. I don't know why you started.
Alrighty, let's
I
see.
didn't start
2
it.
5s. 2 5s take out the 2 10s. We've got 6 6s.
Start.
Knocking out the 3 9s and 3 of the 5 8s, but then it's 2 8s versus 3 7s. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a 7.
I don't mind. I can live with that being a 7 because I scored it I think an 8. So
Okay, now we're going to it should be LK. Next up.
Show
Get
us
this.
the money.
All right. Boom, boom. There. Okay. And
Now that I got my nap, but there's no way I can fall asleep through Madman in the Box.
Aha.
You'll find a way.
Is that like a Jeff Goldblum saying?
No, that's life. That's life.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, you're throwing us around so much, man.
All right, there we are. I got it in the order that it should be.
Oh,
Okay, LK is it's LK's turn, and wait, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and that is number 3.
Number 3. Well, Fearsome Freak. He definitely looks like a freak. Woman's drawn well. Iron Man in Flames, almost a similar background to the last issue. It's a little better than the last one. I'll give it a 7.
All right. How about you, Frog?
Hi, Froggy.
Well, you know what you guys don't realize? He's actually going to kill Jean Grey, so that way Bobby's fight safe in the future.
It'll save the entire Marvel universe.
Yep.
I love these. Is that the hero is basically like out of power on the ground, and he's in the flames. And wow, this book came out in 2007. Thanks, Marvel.
Yeah.
No, I like this. I'm gonna go 9 with this.
All right. And let's see. I'm looking at it, and all I'm seeing is Patrick Warburton really does not like redheads.
Putty.
Yeah. He looks like Patrick Warburton. He should put on a tick costume.
If
He's like
Um,
every modern studio executive.
Yeah, if you knew who the freak actually was, it's a very ironic cover.
Other than that, yeah, I like the flames. I like the way Tony looks. I don't like the box being where it is because it kind of takes away from Iron Man, but decent computer work in the background. I give it an 8.
I don't blame him, Ronnie. He's unhappy.
How about you, Eric?
Very not happy.
Pixel,
Yes.
in your best Doc Ock with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Those dams.
Yes.
Not only that, you've got, Pepper's got Betty's boobs from Archie 50.
Mm-hmm.
And ironically, just oddly enough, in issue 4, Pepper's a black girl.
Okay.
I'm giving this a 10.
All righty.
Okay.
And Pixel.
See, the thing is, that isn't Patrick Warburton. It is simply a weird perspective on the Fat Watcher that appeared in the Fantastic Four quite a few times in the early issues. That's all I can see when I look at him because he's wearing that long robe and he has, well, you can't really see his arms, but I'm sure well-defined muscles. It was ridiculous how they drew the Watcher in those middle issues. And that's what I see when I see this guy, this freak. I think it's a solid cover though. I mean, maybe it is a little weird with her size in comparison because he's reaching out. There should be a little bit more distance, but I think this is solid. I think it's an 8.
Okay, all I know is he's about to set himself on fire with that flappy little robe there. All right, Maranya.
Damn, set him on fire.
All right, here we go. That's number 3. That's cover is by the same artist as before, Johnny Craig, surprisingly. Okay, that's another dynamic storytelling cover that is rendered in a deceptively simplistic style. There's just enough of the gray background to both set the scene and imply the danger factor of the situation. Iron Man is shown to be a bit helpless and is in the standard heroic red and yellow colors. The villain of the cover is wearing blue, which is normally a heroic color. And that gives a clue as to who the freak actually is.
It's Superman.
No, it's not. And
Think happy thoughts.
What do you score it?
I know.
I'm getting there.
Well, he's not thinking happy thoughts anymore.
Pepper is dressed in green, which is normally a villain color, but presumably that choice was made because she's a striking redhead. The background is again the neutral gray, which sets off the other colors well. I scored a freaky 9.
Okay. All righty, and go into the chat.
It's going to go long because of, actually analyzing these covers.
You say striking redhead, but it looks like she's been struck.
Ethereal says 8, and so does Eric and Boyd. Joe says 7, and Interweb Dude says 9. So we have 7, 2 8s, and 9.
Maranya, when you were younger, were you ever like in the school paper or anything like that?
No, but in fact, my senior year, I was the layout editor for our yearbook.
Brian and
You're
Jackson
very-
says 7. Dr. Admiral says 9.
You're very good at informative just points, just straight across.
Ice Top says 7. Undead Quinn says 8.
It's like you.
And
Seems
then
like-
we've got issue 3 from Henry, 7 already. And then
you got a voice
8
paper.
from One Slick Dude saying Frankenstein-esque cover, decent art already. And then we have, let's see, Dave Asanowitz giving it a 9. Michael Taylor giving it an 8, saying cool cover. Let's see, Torpedoes, Headlights. The flames blend in well with Iron Man's armor. Iron Man doesn't look very heroic. I know, right? There hasn't been a heroic cover yet. I don't know. Maybe the
First
frog.
two.
Maybe the frog
Yeah.
gets to talk about one if we go to issue number 4. Yeah, that's heroic.
Oh, if I get to about issue 1, okay. But we're doing 4.
No. Oh, sorry, I missed what was the score for 3?
Oh, I didn't do
I
that,
am
did I?
reading my descriptions because I did make notes on these.
I forgot that. So hold on. Let me put this where it goes. We have 6 7s knocking out the 9s and 10s, and then 7 8s. So it goes to 8.
Did you get the
Let me bring that 4 back
Ethereal
up for RDV.
You got Ethereal on
Or
Jules,
is that Ethereal? Is that for?
and then Undead Quinn now.
Okay.
Or are they voting for this one?
No, they're voting for 4 because that was up.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
My
Okay.
bad. My bad.
All right. Yeah, always his head always remind me of one of those like vacuums. Those
Yeah,
portable
but
vacuums.
you know.
Or what are those price guns? Label guns?
Yeah, it kind of does. But
It's a reverse Rocketeer.
Right? Actually, if you look closely, if there's the side part, it looks like the red or the new Captain Marvel. Whenever she puts her mohawk thing on,
yeah, you're right.
design. But he's got a horse on it. He's got My Little Pony on the chest. I never
It's
know.
a unicorn. It's even manlier.
Yeah. Unconquered is the unicorn. He's gonna tame that horse.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give this a 10. I love this. This is great. Like everyone down there is like, you've got Pixel in the bottom right corner, and then you got is that Stacy?
That is if Eric Breen and I merged into one person. That's who's in that corner.
No, that's General Mortis. That's what I guess Eric Breen, and then that's you down there in the bottom right corner with the glasses.
Here, can I give him the finger, Breen?
This is the family. It's a family-friendly channel here, bro.
Has it ever been? Really?
It's Pixel finger. It's for you.
You're flipping off a frog. What's wrong with
Yes,
you?
I am.
Alrighty, let's see. I dig the unicorn on this one, except for it's a unicorn on his chest. The people running, they're obviously not the focus. They're just fodder background characters because they're in black and white. What really matters is Iron Man finally looks cool on an Iron Man cover. And actually, the villain for being the unicorn doesn't look bad either. I could give this an 8. Alrighty, how about you, Eric?
I think that's a little more generous than I can be. Although
Yeah.
I wonder, what is he dialing up there?
His broniness.
Maybe-
Is that how he does his?
That's his beam. That's how he does his beam.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's how industrious.
Yes, very industrial.
Yeah. I do like how Iron Man has just broken through the wall, yelling, "I state your name." But still, 7's best I can do on this one.
Alrighty. And Pixel.
I think Zach would appreciate the white figures that are all down there. With I think this is going to be my last one for the night here before I say adieu. I'm going to give this actually, I'm going to give it an 8. I like it a little more than Mr. Breen. I like the unicorn, even with that silly logo on his chest. I feel like it could be done better, but I do like that horn at the top of his helmet. Something about it is really neat.
When you get a chance, go through the rest of the video and put them in the comments. Put your scores
Are
in
we
the comments.
are we all gonna ignore Iron Man saying "Hey," waving in the corner box?
Hey! Bye. Alrighty, LK, what do you say? See you, Pixel.
Later.
Take care. Be safe.
Yeah, it's still a little better than the last couple, so I'm gonna go to an 8.
Alrighty. And the frog started us off, so Maranya.
Okay, this cover is another cover by Johnny Craig, and
I lost weight because of that guy.
Yeah.
Me too.
And I was looking at it and go, I thought it was a very dynamic and surprisingly well rendered cover. And my educated guess is that someone else inked it, but I'm not quite sure who. Craig usually did both the pencils and the inks for his cover, so I don't know who. Somebody must have come on and did this one a little bit, a little inking on this one. When I first looked at it, I thought it was a George Tuska cover.
So did I.
But it's not. It's Johnny Craig.
I think there's a signature between his crotch there, the Brony Man, and the bottom
Okay.
there. It's hard to tell.
Okay. The villain's in the foreground, and he's causing havoc while Iron Man flies in to hopefully save the day. And the unicorn is in a much more impressive costume design than his debut in Tales of Suspense number 56. Now that was a horrible costume. His color scheme remains the same secondary coloring pair of green and orange, traditional villain colors. The helpless persons between the villain and the hero are a muted heroic blue. Iron Man is, of course, in his standard heroic red and yellow armor. The detailed background is in gray, which makes all the people pop. I scored this one a unicorn 10.
Is he going through concrete? Because honestly, I would wish there'd be a concrete dust cloud on Iron Man.
Going
I
on
don't know what
to
I don't know quite know what he's going through.
going on to the chat. Ethereal says 8. Joe says 7, and Undead Quinn and Interweb Dude say 9. So we've got 7, 8, 2 9s. 7, 8, and 2 9s.
The man of
Let's see. I was waiting for the Maranya to mention the Paeta
I
pose,
did miss
By the
that.
way, I did an entire video on that.
My bad.
Check that out. 9 very cool action-packed cover, says Michael Taylor. And Jackson Roykirk says he's got Cyclops Envy, give him a 7. And
Who's
Henry James
Cyclops?
Jeremick says issue 4 gets a 6. So
That's
we got
sick.
4, 7, 9.
Oh, sick as a lips. Envy.
Sorry, to 6, 7, 9.
Yeah.
6, 7, 9. All righty. Let's see. Eric and Boyd says 9. Ice Top says 6. 6.
Goodbye, Engeltine. Yeah, I agree with you. It could be worse. It could be a crotch gun.
Yeah. Okay. I said 6. Okay.
I just feel like Iron Man's becoming like the Flash. He's always late to his book.
Yep.
No, the more I look at this, that is definitely that's Captain Stacy down there in the corner by the
It
sign.
could be, yeah.
And then the other guy is like Rick Moranis.
Team Cleaner head guy is funny. Dave says 9. That head gizmo controlled from the belt buckle is awesome. So that's 2 more 9s.
So did you get the Brian's 8?
Yep.
Okay, just checking.
All righty. Let's see. Dark Admiral says 8. All righty. And let's see. My Villain Brony Q music. One Slick says 9. I guess Iron Man is busting through a wall, but it's hard to tell from the lack of debris. Unicorn's Ray doesn't seem to be too accurate. Best part is the background characters running. All right. 9 from One Slick.
Well,
And then we've got, it would have been better if his helmet was a unicorn head. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, thank you, Jackson. I will try to have best birthday ever. This is
Alright.
this is one of the best birthday presents ever.
I do like that they have the labels next to the heroes and the villain.
Okay,
I
but
noticed that.
what we got this time around was 2 6s, knocking out those 2 10s, and then we've got 3 7s working on 7 9s. Doesn't make it. Got 4 left, but there's 6 8s, and this is another 8.
I can live with that. You know, I think it's a 10.
All right.
But
And let's see, we went through. I think it's my turn again.
yep, I believe it is. If you don't, if you can stay,
Oh no, wait. Oh wait, no, you wanted to be last on everything. It would have been
I
your turn.
always
So
want to be
it's-
last. Always
It's
wanna
my turn on the. Oh, fan freaking tastic! I like this. The characters are big. There's yeah, Iron Man once again is not in any kind of heroic, but at least I don't know. There's a bit of drama to this one. Frenzy in a far-flung future. I like the lighting with the energy blast. The villain's goofy, but yeah, that's par for the course in the Silver Age. There were some costumes stuck, some didn't. I like the blue background, the light and the lines either going away or coming in to draw focus, whichever one you want. But in the background is also what looks like a giant dollar bill that he's holding on to. Is that like a suitcase of some sort?
Oh, that is actually the time machine enabler.
Okay.
Actually, it looks more like a boombox to me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a time machine.
I like this one. I like this one enough. I'm going to give it an 8. Alrighty. And Eric, what do you say?
I think this time I'm feeling slightly more charitable. I'm going to go 9.
All right. Okay, LK.
Yeah, in parts of it are better, but I'm gonna stick with an 8.
All right. RDV.
It's like if you put Hercules in a costume and pretending to be a villain to give a fake fight. That's what it looks like. He's laughing.
He is kind of like that in the book too.
But he's also got the green version of the Bendis Iron Man faceplate. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is a weird cover. Like he's holding on to it. For first, I thought he had a snow shovel.
No, it's a mission.
What's a snow shovel?
Hey, you're
You're
find
going to
out.
find out.
Find out.
Well, you better
Maybe.
I would say you might want to buy one quickly when it starts getting colder out because they may run out of them.
They will run out.
It is a weird pose for Iron Man.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this. If I had to create a thumbnail after this, this would just be awkward. I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
Okay.
And Maranya, it's all yours.
Okay, this cover is by George Tuska, who was the interior artist for a good long time on the book. You know, you have the looming villain over the hero cover, which everybody loves those. And the villain Cerebus is very well rendered, and he's classic green and purple villain colors. There's just enough background detail to show the villain possibly activating a time traveling device. That's what he's got in his hand. And Iron Man is rendered well in his character model and his traditional heroic red and yellow armor. The cover blurb about the story, it's kind of inobtrusive, as they should be. I scored a feature 9.
You mean his name isn't
Okay.
Frenzy? That would have been if his villain's name would have been Frenzy. That would have been
Yeah,
awesome.
I actually thought it was Frenzy.
No, it's not.
wait,
I
wait.
thought it was too. I didn't look at the issue again. It
Wait,
is-
I apologize. It's Anne Frenzy.
and
Frenzy.
Frenzy. And
And
Frenzy.
Okay.
Yeah, it is-
Interweb Dude says 10. Henry Jeremick goes issue 5, gets an 8. And then Undead Quinn says 10. Ethereal says 7. So we've got 7, 8, 2 10s. 7, 8, and 2 10s. Alrighty. Dark Out. Whoop, nope. 10, 8, 10, 7. Yep. Dark Admiral says 10. Joe says 7. Brian says 8. So does Ice Tops. And Michael says 9. Very cool cover. So that's 2 8s or 7 2 8s, 9 10. Alrighty. 7 2 8s, 9 and 10. Okay. Let's see. You might want to buy 2 snow shovels. Okay. Let's see. 9 says 1 slick, good perspective and use of electrical charge villain. Kind of resembles the Gladiator. I recommend a snowblower, says Brian. Can he afford a snowblower? Probably not. Then we got a 9 from Eric. So we've got 2 9s and some good advice on handling the snow up north. All righty. Let's see. We did lose a couple of voters. If anybody's listening in, they want to throw in a number, go right on ahead. But what we have here is 2 7s, taking out 2 of the 3 10s. Those 5 8s takes out the last one. Tries to take out the 6.
MK.
What? Oh, and
We got a
another
little
9 from
MK.
MK. Oh, does that change things? Yes, it does, ladies and gentlemen. 2 8s taking out the 2 10s. Instead of an 8, this is a 9. MK came in and saved it. Alrighty. And that was mine. So we're going to move on to Eric. Eric, the half bubby. And you get issue number 6. Oh, wow. Okay. Hey,
Well-
wait, is this the same Crusher from Spider-Man?
No.
No.
Like
No,
Crusher.
I'm joking.
Well, you want heroic? You got heroic.
Yes, you did.
And just for the simplicity of the pose and the impending body slam, I'm going to go 10.
All right, we got a 10. Yeah, we do the polls after the 6th cover. This is the 6th cover, so after this one.
Well, technically, it's the 7th.
Oh, shit. Yes, it is. I'm looking at my page here. You're right. I completely forgot. So we'll do it after the 7th this time, which is halfway
We're
through.
doing 14 covers.
Yeah, but which is halfway through. So we'll do that. We'll do it after this one. Okay, so Eric gave it a 10. LK, what do you say?
I'm not going to be that generous. I don't like the Iron Man pose. It looks like his head's been stuffed into his shoulders. This could have benefited from the gray backgrounds that we saw in previous issues instead of the white. And basically, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, simple line work in there. 7.
All righty. RDV.
Well, the reason his head's in his shoulders is because that freaking guy is crushing him. Guy is heavy. This is a 10. I love this.
All right. I think it's a 9. I think this is a very dynamic, cool pick. I mean, when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I like this one. That was my immediate reaction. I don't know what that square steel belt is supposed to be around him, but it just looks fun. And it looks awesome. And finally, we've got a heroic Iron Man. Maranya, what says you?
What says I? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that cover is by George Shusky again. And it's inked by the great Frank Giacoia. Hey! I consider it a dynamic action cover. Iron Man's about to slam the Crusher into the ground. He's wearing his Crusher's wearing his villain green pants. Iron Man's in his heroic red and yellow armor as usual. There is just enough background to set the scene, but the cover would have benefited from a dark gray background instead of that sky blue that they used. I scored a Crusher 9.
Okay.
I would imagine he's probably another android.
I don't know about that.
With a belt.
Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
Or he's got power belt to make it so strong.
All righty, kids. Henry is saying number 6 is a 9. And then Interweb says 8. Eric and Boyd says 10. Okay. And yes, I miscounted. Sorry, guys. Michael says 9. Undead says 7. Right. And Dark Admiral says 10. One Slick says 9. Very heroic. All right. And let's see. 10 from Dark Admiral. And then we have another great action cover. Brian says, gives it a 9. Ice Top says 7. 9 and 7. And then if you've ever lifted anything very heavy over your head and shoulders, this is what happens, says Eric and Boyd. Ethereal says 7. MK says 10. Cool pose. The iron nipples about to slam that dude into the ground. The iron nipples. I think that's what his name is from here on in. 2 7s and a 10. All righty.
those things are controls. I have yet to find out what they control, but they are controls of some sort.
That wasn't that line in the Muppet Wizard of Oz? Gonzo was the Tin Man, and he had dials on him, and I forget. I think it was Pepe, the prawn, comes up to him and grabs the dials on his chest. He goes, "What are these?" He goes, "Those are my nipples." That Muppets are fucking awesome. That's the point of my story. Okay, that's everything. So what we've got is 5 7s knocking out those 5 10s, 1 8 trying to knock out those 6 9s and failing. This is a 9. Alrighty, then let us take a break.
Okay, take your poll.
And let's figure out what we. Oh my gosh, I had a great idea because I was looking for 90s comics today, and you know what? I shared a couple. I'm gonna put a what's next myself, and I'm going Power of Shazam.
Ooh,
That was such a great
the
looking
cover
series.
really cool,
Yeah. Anybody else? Because otherwise, I'm putting the Spectre from the 90s in there too.
No, if we're talking 90s, soon to be a major motion picture. How about the Thunderbolts?
All righty. Eric or RDV or Maranya, any 90s things? I guess that's the theme.
90s theme.
Yeah.
Wildstorm.
All right. How about you, Eric? Or Maranya? Oh, are you kidding me? We've got James Robinson, Starman. We've got, like I said, the Spectre.
Oh, okay, okay, I got one. How about John Byrne's Superman?
Or John Byrne's Superman.
What was that one you guys hated from Marvel? Hill's Return. 90s one.
Yeah, I'm
All
gonna
right.
stay with the Byrne theme. The John Byrne Action Comics.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, why don't I just put John Byrne's Superman Action Comics?
Thank you, Manny.
All righty, there we go. The poll is up.
Okay. Unfortunately, I can't vote on it. So
Ghost Rider Volume 2. Technically, isn't that Volume 3 in the 90s? Danny
Oh,
Ketch.
the Danny Ketch. Man, I got to tell you, on the 90s, I was looking up Marvel and I looked at the Danny Ketch covers. I was able to find one worthy enough to be on it.
It's number 1.
Actually, it was there were a couple of them, but one of them was very plain. It was just him on the ground with a spear through him. That being said, the Marvel Tales was a better what was it? Not Marvel Tales. Marvel Comics Presents had better Danny Ketch Ghost Rider covers. But there you go. I'm pulling right now. I'm pulling up my other.
Are you serious?
What?
Well, I don't know. I guess he's asking you if you're serious. It said Dark Admiral because he's the one that originally suggested Ghost Rider Volume 2. But I think Danny Ketch was Volume 3. If I recall.
Hey, if you know when we bring it up, if you guys want it, you vote on it. I'm going to honor it. But yeah, I wasn't. I was not amazed by them myself.
Oh,
But,
Eric,
of course, I honestly, I'll suggest stuff. These are things that interest me. But I have fun no matter what we pick. You know, looking at covers I've never. Am I gone again?
No, you're still here. We're just ignoring you.
Here comes that train.
yeah, I just did a quick flip over to YouTube, the YouTubes, and I voted on the poll.
Yeah, so I'm torn now because I'm like I wanted. I said Wildstorm, but I'm like Burn Superman.
Yeah, I know that. I was stacking the deck there.
Oh, there it goes.
There he goes.
I have to look up Ghost Rider Volume 2 because I think that was 80s. Unless you were recommending the 80s one, even though he was asking for 90s stuff. But the Danny Ketch one, I read that first issue and I'm like, or either the first issue or the second issue, or the shield part, the skull part, and the front of the bike lowers down as a bulletproof shield. He's a spirit of vengeance. He's bulletproof regardless. He doesn't need a freaking
Yeah. And I don't know if they've ever suggested this before, but the early Novas covers were pretty cool.
The early Nova cars were great too.
Yeah, the comic book was cool. You know, it was as a Green Lantern ripoff, but still was good.
Since I get a chance to say it, happy birthday, Maranya.
Thank you, V. I appreciate that.
You're welcome, ma'am.
Yeah, that's nice of you, sugar.
Like the LK's like, Maranya, you Southern now?
Yeah. Well,
I heard that. I was like,
yeah. So technically, when I was growing up, I was below the Mason-Dixon line. So
you were in Carolina, weren't you? You're
no,
Carolina.
I was in Maryland.
Maryland. Same difference.
Yeah, but it's below the Mason-Dixon line. But I am a audio mimic in terms of if I hear an accent long enough, I start to mimic it, which is good and it's bad. On my job before I got married, my last job, we took over a Southern department store's credit cards. And I had to deal with a lot of the Southerners calling. And I had to force myself not to slip into Southern because you think my Southern is heavy. Theirs, you could cut it with the proverbial cleaver.
Yeah. Volume 3 is actually 1990-98. I don't know where you're getting the Volume 2 from.
Volume 1, wouldn't that be? No, it was Knight Rider and Ghost Rider was the Western, and then they had the Johnny Blaze, and then Danny Ketch is 3.
Yeah,
they might also have counted the miniseries that reprint.
Maybe, but I'm looking at Marvel Fandom, and it says Volume 3. A lot of them.
Alrighty. Who's next? Who do we have next up here?
Okay, we have issue number 7. I think we can.
I was 5, so Eric would have been 6, LK 7.
Okay, takes number 7.
And then the Frog gets number 8. Oh, wait, no, we're on 7, so it's LK.
Okay.
Oh, wow, another good one.
Very good.
LK, do you like Gladiator movies?
LK, do you like Gladiator comics?
No. Ever looked at Turkish prisons? So this is finally a really good cover. I like the fact of the blades cutting through the trade dress, gives you a sense of depth to it. The focus on the villain here. He looks suitably menacing. Again, they went back to the gray style background. So I'm going to give this a 9.
Alrighty. How about you, Frog?
At first, I thought he had symbols. He was going to bash them together.
Yeah.
He's in a band. He's got that marching band college sweater on. Yellow.
You're kind of right.
At first, that's how he was designed, and then Wallywood said, "Nah, that's not threatening enough."
If you were even see that, who's on the corner box? So it's hey. It's always the wave.
And then they got this really kind of
the derpy Iron Man in the corner box.
The derpy Iron Man pose is pretty bad.
Why isn't that the main cover? I just want to. It was that.
No, not that derpy pose.
But dude, I like that Iron Man's like, I'm gonna duck these spinning like buzzsaw blades and go right for his crotch.
Yeah.
The guy in the background's like, I got a gun. And it's like, dude, you don't need a gun. The guy in front of you has freaking twin saw blades going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only way he's gonna be crying Gladiator is if he uses a head and rams him in the crotch.
Yeah. But
overall though, I'm gonna give it a 7 because the color scheme is just so weird with the yellow and
I don't remember his pants being white in Daredevil. The color is a little bit different. Yeah. That being said, is that the Mad Thinker in the background with the green overalls and everything? Otherwise, like I said, when the cover popped up, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. I like it. I'm giving this one a 10. Eric?
Eric, it's your turn.
Okay, the blade cutting through the logo, awesome. Iron Man's in a nice defensive pose, getting ready to go to battle with a guy whose left hand is 3 times the size of Iron Man's head. That 7. That's inexcusable.
All righty. I did not notice that, but you're right. You're right. Okay, Maranya, what said you?
Okay, first of all, do you know something a little different about the trade dress?
It's
This
being
first
cut
one did
through.
the rivets.
This
It
is
has
the debut of the rivets.
Rivets.
That's I did that with the start going down the side on the thumbnail.
Okay, that is the debut of the rivets. And you have the looming gladiator slicing through the trade dress, which adds showing his dangerous nature. And he is wearing a heroic colored white and yellow costume, surprisingly. They got some random thugs in there. You don't really need them, but yeah, they kind of add some atmosphere to the scene. Iron Man is shown from a disadvantaged position on his knees and mostly from the back. You could do that because his look has been established over all these issues. And all his colors of red and yellow and the villain are set off by the well-rendered background in dark gray and black. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but it is a George Tuska cover. And I score this a Gladiator 10.
All righty. Going to the chat. Henry says 10 all day. And then we have 10 from Interweb, 10 from Eric and Boyd, a 7 from Joe, a 9 from Undead, and a 7 from Ethereal. So that's 2 7s, 9, 10, 2 10s. 2 7s, 9, 2 10s. Let's see. 2 7s, 9, 2 10s. Brian says big time 10. Alrighty then. Let me scroll down here. Let's see. Michael Taylor says 9, very cool cover. And Dark Admiral says 10. So does One Slick Dude saying 10, well put together, cutting the Iron Man logo and the gray background to set it off. Manny from Good Dog Press says first time I read The Gladiator was versus Daredevil, awesome character, 10. So that is a 9 and 3 10s. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty, let's see what we've got. Any more scores? I couldn't make up my mind, but I voted John Byrne action because I like action, especially. You should all vote for that Power Shazam. Trust me, these covers are effing cool.
MK has a score.
Okay, I thought he. Okay,
That's MK.
Oh, MK.
You didn't count it.
Oh, this guy gives me the Shining Knight vibes. Is that his name? He was in JL Unlimited cartoon. The Knight dude, but we'll say 8 here. Alrighty. What we got then, let me drop the book here. And what we've got is 4 7s working on 9 of those 10s. But you know what? 1 8, 3 9s. There's going to be 1 10 still standing. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have our first 10.
Uh-huh. There you go.
Oh, I need to place a couple of books that haven't been placed. Oh, wait, no, that's because I haven't been placing them. Okay, that's been.
Yeah,
that's why.
What was the score on this one again?
10.
No, it did make it 10. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna do a little cheating here. Hold on, just a second. Give me just a little bit because I do want to cheat just a little bit here.
What are you cheating?
On good things. Let's see. That is 2000. So that's season 6, season 5. Let's see. Where did it go?
Oh no, not again.
Oh. Just a little bit. Give me just a little bit, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, damn. And one more.
Yeah, I'll just say this: Marvel can retcon all they want, but what everything before 2012 is still the same.
Yeah.
What are the? I mean, like I said, like I guess you're trying. Dark Angels are saying that they retconned it so that the 90s Volume 3 is now Volume 2 because they combine the other one as one or something like that. I don't know.
Well, it was the second series, and the first one ran for 81 issues. This one ran for 94.
Yeah,
But there were no actual Johnny Blaze or Danny Ketch series in between.
no, yeah. So I don't know. I guess either way, it pops up as Volume 2, wherever, or I mean, not Volume 2, but it's Volume 3.
Okay.
So
This is what I suggested. This is the kind of cover I suggested we look at. That's the power of Shazam. They really went retro on the covers, and it looks awesome.
it's Tommy. Oh my gosh, that was Tommy Lee Jones and E.
Starman. Anytime I'm mentioning Starman, this is the quality of cover there. And the 90s Spectre had this. So so don't pass over these books you might not have heard of.
Can you show us the John Byrne one?
Yeah, I'm not interested in that. No.
Don't worry, Venkman. He'll have to show us all of them soon enough.
Alrighty. Oh, whoops.
And then he'll feel the burn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, putting John Byrne Superman with other books is like putting The Fugitive in a poll with other movies.
Yeah.
No, we're going to Fugitive.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what's winning right now, John Byrne?
Yeah, by a landslide.
You know, like I said, I want to do the Power of Shazam because they're awesome retro kind of covers. But hey, you know what? We'll get to them at some point. All right, so LK did this last one. It is the Frog's turn. What were you about to say, RDV, before you score this a 10?
I threw the Wildstorm in there because it's a lot of books I have not seen from 90s Image or Wildstorm. So
and that's too.
Okay, so LK did the Executioner one. So
this is yours, and that's the same Gladiator guy.
I know.
Yeah.
But he looks more menacing now. Now he looks like he's got Magneto's helmet, but it's closed, or the Ant-Man or something. I like this. This is a much more scary villain. And oh my gosh, Iron Man, you're so close to doing the pose in the corner box. So close. Actually, is he doing the peace sign up there in the corner box? No, I can't tell.
No, it's just cut off. He's doing this bit because for a while the repulsors came out of his fingers.
Out of his fingers? That's weird.
No, it was always the palm.
Well, I thought he had some lasers that came out of his fingers at one point.
That's Green Goblin.
He might have, but
it might not have been the repulsor, but
he actually had a laser. That's right. He had a cutter in one of his fingers because he used it.
There you go.
The finger banging was Green Goblin. He had the finger.
Anyway, that being said, what do you score this?
I'm gonna give it a 10.
Okay. And let's see. Oh, I'm next. And yeah, like I said, just scored a 10 because this is freaking awesome. The villain looks more menacing, as you said. Everything is brought up, and it's just more dramatic. Iron Man looks cool.
Do you know what really makes it 10 though? It's the nipple suit.
Oh, it's the nipple suit. Yes. The only thing better than this suit, in my opinion, is the roller skate suit.
Well, no, this suit has the roller skates in it.
Then this is awesome. Yes. If it was roller skates with a nose,
well, the
that
shading
is the best. Eric, what do you say?
I was gonna say the shading actually looks like he's got a nose.
Yeah, it was 58 to I think 83 was the nose armor.
What do you say, Eric?
Oddly enough, this is one of those where the oversized villain is looming over the hero, and his left hand is still only 4 times the size of Iron Man's head.
Well, yeah.
But at least it's more in line with this issue.
Yeah.
I still don't think this is a 10, but I'm gonna say
a 9.6.
No, I'm gonna say an 8.
Get your papers out.
Eric's been hard on the covers today. What do you think, LK?
I'm hard on his own too.
Yeah, I like the menacing look here, so I'll stick with a 9.
Okay. That's number 8. That's a George Tuska cover again. You got your Superlumin Gladiator behind your heroic posed Iron Man, which is, they're both slightly superimposed over the trade dress, but you can still see it. Who's going to win this battle? Yeah, that's kind of a question because he's presented as a clear threat. And I like the effective colors because you got the royal blue background. It sets off your white costume villain and your red and yellow hero. It's a simple and effective cover, and it sells the book. I scored another Gladiator 10. Uh-oh, we lost you again.
I was wondering, it got really quiet.
Just quickly went away.
I'm catching up on Sanction right now.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun book. Yeah, at first it kind of looks like Magneto's helmet style, but then I'm like, it's kind of like Ant-Man combined.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of Ant-Man because if you look at the way the top's drawn and if you curve the letters up, it kind of looks like the little Ant-Man antennas.
And those are actually those spinning plates he's got on his hands.
Yeah, those are spinning blades. Yes.
Those aren't blades though. Those are dinner plates. He's a magician.
No, they're not. Those are blades.
So I take it, Frog, you haven't had a chance to read Robin Hood and Jasmine yet?
Oh, I read that last week.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was okay.
Yeah, no, it was solid. I enjoyed it.
I've been catching up on the Grimm Fairy Tales main series.
Yeah.
So because as they have Gretel's been in there.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's exactly what I basically want out of a Zenoscope book. So
I know. I'm hoping they stick with this.
Well, this is going to make this much longer show than it has to be.
Yeah. Okay. You missed my 10, by the way.
Okay. What did LK give it?
I gave it a 9.
Okay, we got a 10. We got a 9 going to the chat. We have a 9 from Henry, a 9 from Michael, 7, 7, 7, 9. So that is 3 9s, 3 7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Goodness. MK says 8. So does Brian and One Slick, adding not as dynamic as the last one. All right, so we got 3 8s. 1, 2, 3. 9 from Manny, a 7 from Ethereal. He needs to move as soon as possible. He agrees with you. 9 and 7. All righty, and there we go. That is the votes, and what we have here. Let me drop this one. Am I here again, or did I disappear? Okay. Maranya moved. That's it. Okay. Okay, what we got here is 4 7s, knocking out those 3 9s and one of the 5 10s, and that makes it 4 versus 4 8s, 4 9s, and it ends up in the 8 category. Okay, that was LK, and this, I guess, we go right to the Frog. Sir, you get The Incredible Hulk versus Iron Man, issue number 9.
I think we read this too.
Wait, it's my turn again?
It's your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I just went with the other one though.
Oh, so this is mine.
It's yours.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, unless you want to give it to me, I'll take whatever.
I'll start it off because it's very simple. I mean, you got some great detail on the city.
The city.
A couple of
Sorry.
I guess you got only one guy watching the battle, a big old hunk of rock that's going to crush somebody underneath. But that's all hearsay, or not hearsay, but that's all just side stuff. The real thing is Hulk versus Iron Man, and that just looks badass. The Hulk has to be crushing his shoulder. If you look the way he's grabbing onto it, he has to be crushing his shoulder. I'm giving this one another 10. It's 2 10s in a row for me.
If you squint from going from the Hulk on the left side down to the window, there's someone in the window watching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So that's
There's
two
two
people.
people watching.
Oh, three, because if you look under the Marvel Comics group, 2 windows down.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe that's Reed Richards watching.
All right, Eric.
So-
This is a 10,
Yes, it is.
even if it isn't the actual Hulk.
Ah, spoilers, dude. All right. How about you? Okay.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I guess I'll give in and give it a 10.
All righty.
Man, am I
And
gonna-
the frog.
Oh, the frog. Go ahead. Frog.
Well, looking at this, like, he's going to be doing some serious Hulk spreading. If he doesn't get off that corner piece, it's ready to fall apart. Oh man, but I like this. You know, it's kind of a weird pose to the Hulk, but I guess he's just trying to struggle, and he's just trying to help him with his chest here, help him. He was going crazy with all the gamma radiation, but once again, I'm loving this because you got the dancing guy in the corner box. Again, I love this. This is a 10.
All right.
Okay. You're gonna be surprised by my score on this one.
You're gonna give it a 6.
No, not that low. Okay, that's another George Tuska cover, and these two are depicted in battle where it doesn't necessarily look good for the Golden Avenger with this Hulk kind of holding them like that. Okay, they're partially obscuring the trade dress, but you know what book it is. Come on. And the inking looks a little less detailed than in previous Tuska covers. I don't know who did the inking on this, but I don't think it was him. And the Hulk is ironically in the villain colors of green and purple. It subverts the expectations in a good way. Then the background, yeah, it's kind of rendered well, if a bit simplistic. And there's a touch of blue with the car, and there's a car in there. And the figure on the roof, yeah, a little bit of detail. And for me, I would have colored the buildings a darker gray and the sky a pale sky blue to make the colors kind of pop a bit more. I scored a J-Jaws 9.
Okay. Let's get to the chat. And we've got an 8 from Henry. No doubt. 10. Great cover from Michael. A 10 from Undead Quinn. Eric and Boyd. And then we've got 2 8s, 1 from Joe and 1 from Ethereal. So we've got 3 8s, 3 10s. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okie dokies. Gotta love Iron Man battle cover. One Slick says 10 for the random dude standing on the lower roof for whatever reason. And then we've got simple art, yet great action. Effectively sells this one. Give it a 10, says Brian. Dark Admiral says 10. Manny from Good Dog Press says 9. And MK says, yeah, one of those women in the window are saying the big green one is as strong as Iron Man. I like how Iron Man is tickling Hulk's chest, giving him a little 10. I'll go 9. So we've got 2 9s and 3 10s. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. All right, and that leaves us. Let me drop this one here. That leaves us with 3 10s, or 3 8s, 3 9s, trying to knock out 10 10s. This is our second 10, ladies and gentlemen.
It's funny that I didn't score the 10.
Hello to Elizabeth. How you doing, honey? Making some rice. Okay, and that was mine. So we're going to go back around to Eric. And Eric gets issued number 10.
Eric, yes, of course we saw your 10. There's 4 10s in the chat.
Oh, there was 4 10s? There's another 10.
So it still stays at 10, but
Yep, it'll change the score for the video. And yes, I am going to get to the videos. I'm probably the one that's giving myself most shit. A lot of people are not interested in these videos.
Okay, number 10. You probably didn't need the 3 random Mandarettes back there just shooting and throwing stuff at him, but I think Mandarin's pose is cool, and I love Iron Man's pose. I'm giving this another 10.
All right. LK.
I like Iron Man's pose. Mandarin's okay. You got the background. Simple enough. It's a 9.
All right. And the frog.
I love that little henchman on the left. He kind of he's got the little gun pose. It looks funny. I like that. Yeah, I really think how this is. Like I said, I don't care what anybody says. This is a 10.
All right.
This is, you said, I agree with everything Eric said. This is fun.
I'm going to go with a 9, mainly because I think Eric is right. It looks like he drew a great cover with Iron Man and the Mandarin, and they had some empty space, and somebody says, nah, you need something in there, and so he put 3 guys. That's just the way it looks. That being said, once again, 9. Maranya?
All righty then. That's number 10. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. That's another George Chuska cover. He's the main artist on the book. And the Mandarin's back. Uh-oh. He's going to get his butt kicked by that flying in Iron Man who's going straight across that trade dress. Mandarin is throwing up a possible smoky defense. That could be he may not be as helpless as you think. That's a dynamic cover, just enough background to set the scene. Mandarin's in his traditional costume, green and purple, villain colors. Iron Man's in his great heroic red and yellow armor. And the henchmen who are attacking Iron Man, why they're doing it, I don't know. I think they got paid to do it. They're colored in a muted blue. And the black background with the touches of white set off the colors really well. And it's a Mandarin 10.
All righty. And going to the chat, Henry gives it a 7. Undead Gwen gives it a 10. Let's see. Brian Undead, One Slick, and Dark Admiral not being an ass. I stepped away for a bit. That's why I asked. Ethereal says 7. Not a fan of the costume. All right. The Mandarins? Brian says 9. So does Michael and Eric and Boyd. All right. So it's 3 9s. And then we have a 7 from Joe, and One Slick says 8. Henchmen take away from the cover unnecessarily. So we got a 7 and an 8. All righty. Let's see. Good Dog Press. Manny says 9. And then so does Dark Admiral. Bad Comic Reviews comes in and says 7. What's with Robert Zadar fighting Iron Man? So we've got 2 9s and a 7. Let's see. Good night, all. Still feeling under the weather. Well, you take care, man. Be safe. Lim K saying, love the Superman pose Iron Man is doing. About to push the Mandarin through that portal. Give it a 10. All righty. And let's see. Everyone have a great night. I'm a bit tired. Great stream. Please keep going. Hasta la pasta. And we got a 5 from Half a Chef. All righty. There we go. We don't do the points. The fractions and such, but you're welcome to keep scoring. The scoring goes like this: 1 is god awful, 2 is horrible, 3 is very bad, 4 is bad, 5 is meh, means it doesn't really affect you one way or the other. 6 is average, 7 is good, 8 is very good, 9 is awesome, 10 is super awesome, and you're scoring based on that, however you want. There you go. Everybody's got their way of doing things. All right, so we also add bad
comment with the late 9.
Yep, I got it. Okay, there we are. And what we got here, let me drop this one. And we've got that 1 5 knocking out one of those 5 10s. We've got 4 7s taking out the rest. And then it's 1 8 versus 8 9s. Yeah, this is a 9. Okay, and that was, let's see, me, Eric. This one belongs to LK. He's going to lead us off. This is issue number 11.
Oh, Mandarin knocks off Tony's helmet there. Definitely looks like it's drawn by somebody different. I do like the detail on the rings on Mandarin's left hand. Yeah, I'm gonna go 10 on it. I like this cover.
All righty. RDV, what says you?
Peter Parker is Iron Man. Literally, I don't. This must be the angle, but I don't see any facial hair in Tony's face whatsoever. But he's got
there's a reason for that.
Because it's not Iron Man in the suit. Dun dun dun.
It's not MCU Iron Man.
Nope.
This is Iron.
So what do you score this, RDV?
I score this as a 10.
All righty. Eric.
10 rings has the Mandarin, except for when he forgets to put them on his other hand.
He had some barbecue sauce. He didn't want to get it all rings all nasty. So.
He swallowed him, licking his fingers clean.
But I agree with Michael Taylor. I'm giving this a 10 because it's awesome color scheme. This really pops.
Also, phrasing on what he said.
Well, I wasn't, as usual, I wasn't listening to him. What he say?
He said swallowing them while licking his fingers clean.
Aha.
I don't think he can hear us.
And then he's about to go bye-bye again.
Bye-bye, E. Are we playing the game where we like take bets on how many times he's gonna drop?
Mm-hmm. It's a drinking game.
Yeah.
Well, one of us can't drink.
There it goes.
Or shouldn't drink.
Good.
One doesn't drink. One shouldn't.
What's wrong with the half chef a chef? What do you say?
He said something a little nasty.
I thought he was trying to say like I eat. Yeah, I said all right. I'll.
No. He said something else after that.
Oh, okay. Tell me the private chat. Because if it's something filthy, I don't want it.
It was filthy.
Was it about the Mandarin? Was it a slur?
Yes, and his rings.
Oh, okay.
Did you see it?
No. I'm just wondering if is it a COC?
No, it's just real. Yeah, it was kind of nasty.
All right.
That's the only reason I don't normally do that, but he deserved it for that. What he said.
I don't know. You have to type in the private chat. So
I don't remember exactly what he said.
I just see.
Yeah,
I just saw 5.8, 3 question marks, and 8.
No. There was something he said after that about the Mandarin.
No, it didn't show up on.
Who wants to strip Mandarin down?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that gone?
It's gone. He's gone.
He's gone. Okay. Did you permit or?
I did the ban and remove the comments.
Okay. Cool. Yep. All right. Yeah, I just don't appreciate that. I mean, we got a sense of humor. We got a dirty sense of humor sometimes.
But there's some things we just don't do.
Why would he say finger? Why would he just use Iron Fist?
There you go. Yeah. All right. Let's. What did we have? I'm missing. I've got 3, so I need. Whose do I need? Mine. I give a 10. Maranya. What did you give?
Okay, wait. I haven't given mine because Eric gave his. LK gave his and Frog gave his. My score on this is number 11. Let's see, what have I got here? Okay, this is a George Tuska cover, but it's inked by Johnny Craig, so that might be why it looks a little bit different. Okay, you've got Looming Mandarin. He's giving Tony a run for his money, but he's unmasked. It seems from the back. Is it Tony Stark in the armor? I'm not gonna say. You'll find out in the book. The inking is a bit less detailed because it's done by Johnny Craig. But it's a simple and effective cover. It sells the book. And the Mandarin's colors contrast with Iron Man's colors, and it works well. And the cover blurb of Unmasked. Ooh, it's subtle and almost unnecessary. That's another Mandarin 10.
All right.
But is that Tony Stark armor? I'm not going to tell you.
Let's get to the chat, and the panel are 10 straight up and down. Henry, on the other hand, disagrees and gives this a 6. I have no idea how or why Henry. By all means, I want to know. because that is a great, the colors, everything popping. But hey, you know what?
It could be the rendering style. He might not like it as much.
It might just be. 10 great colors, 10 from Manny, and the great colors, that was for Michael Taylor, and then a 7 for Material. So 2 10s and a 7. Alrighty, and then we have still I see half chefs who wants to strip Mandarin down. Dang, now Mandarin knows Iron Man is really Dr. Doom. Let's see. Did Mandarin steal Sinestro's ring, blasting Iron Man's face? I'll go 10, says MK. Alrighty, 7 from Joe, 10 from Undead Quinn. Alrighty, 10 from let's see. Oh, Undead Quinn is also saying no slurs. I didn't even see what he said, but it must have been bad. It's just not necessary.
It was nasty.
Why does everything happen when I look away? I always miss the good stuff too, says Peg Comics. This might be the best cover so far, says Michael. And MK, LOL, Dragon, same. I just went some goldfish across the room and that happened. Yeah, I zonked out and I was thinking, great, now that guy's free to roam.
Oh,
but
no.
Thankfully, you guys took care of it.
I took care of him for you.
Well, yeah, by the way, I see we're losing voters here. I apologize for dropping out. We only have 12 voters right now, but they gave 6 and 2 7s, and there's 9 10s, so this ends up in the 10 category. All righty.
Well, yeah, a couple people have had to leave, and we only have 13 watching, and I'm one of them, and I'm in the
yeah. All righty. But you know what? That means that everybody watching is almost everybody watching is
two people
participating.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's actually kind of awesome. Everybody who's watching, almost everybody anyway, is participating. And right now, we're going to get to the last of the regular Iron Mans. I believe that was LK. This is the Frog. You got the first appearance of the Controller.
Wow. Who's the dame on the right?
I'll tell you when I get to it.
All right. You'll tell me when you tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you when I tell you.
The coming of the Controller.
Is that JC, Maranya?
Yeah, it's JC.
All right. Every single time I see that Iron Man in the upper left corner.
Oh, you just love that post.
I love that little hey.
Yeah, I think they do change it later on.
Like he's dancing. He's getting to ride that pony.
A little dance, yeah.
It's Fortnite dance. That's what it looks like. Yeah, I just looks like a He-Man villain in the Controller guy.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look that menacing. He just kind of looks like the guy, be like, oh yeah, and then here comes the Vince Bond and just beats shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I do love the rendering of Iron Man, especially with his powerful rack in the front there.
Mm-hmm.
He really gave him some double D's.
They did.
Yeah, he's got man boobs.
And the other guy is roided out like, jeez, everything.
I know there are not that many muscles in the human body right there. So,
well, what was that book we were reading the other night? That he looked like he had some man.
Iron Man had like 30 abs, like
No, someone that had like the cutaway shirt, and he actually looked like he had chesticles.
Oh,
yeah, this by the way looks like Stephen Platt, his grandfather, the guy who taught Stephen Platt how to draw.
It's like the wizard got a muscle suit.
Yeah. So what do you score this, RDV?
I'm gonna give this an 8.
An 8. Alrighty, how that leads to me then. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll go 7. I'll be nice. It is kind of fun and funny to look at. But Eric, what do you say?
Well, the only person that taught Stephen Platt how to draw were old drawings of Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
Man, I want to go higher because honestly, even with the extra set of muscles there, it seems that Controller's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he's one ugly dude, but
eventually so.
It's just, I don't know. Iron Man looks, I guess he's slumped over.
Yeah.
Otherwise, because I said arms are down to his knees. I'm gonna say 8.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, here we
And,
go.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it feels like a recycled background, and just also too, just such a plain font used for that coming of the controller. I mean, it's like, nowadays it's like it just looks like a typical Microsoft Word font, but it's drawn. The main thing's drawn well. 7.
Alrighty. We got a 7 and Maranya.
Okay. It's another George Tuska cover. And you have your looming villain known as the Controller. And Iron Man's helpless. And that's his current paramour at the time, Janice Cord, in the background. And Controller's they made him heroic blue, which is kind of weird. And Janice is in glowing green. And you got some spotlights on the helpless Iron Man and Janice. It kind of helps to set them off from the, I consider, very well rendered dark gray machines along with the black background. I call this a Controller 10.
Alrighty. And let's get to the chat. And we've got Undead Quinn bowing out. Robert Downey is established as Iron Man. I should have gotten someone else to play Doom. Agreed. 12 from issue number 12 from Henry gets a 10. And then we have a 10 from Bad Comic Reviews. The Snarl sells it, says Bad Comic. 9 from Undead Quinn. And Joe gives it a 6. Alrighty. And I guess Undead had one more in them. Let's see. 7 from Michael Taylor. Least favorite cover so far. And Ethereal says 4. He looks so ugly. So we got a 4 and a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. And let's see. Good Dog Press, Manny says 9. I was going to say dollar store figure again, but now that Venkman says He-Man villain, I can't unsee it. I'll go 7. All right, we got a 9 and a 7. 9 and 7. Let's see. I wish Raul Julie was still alive. He'd be perfect as Doom. No kidding. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, well, at this point, he would be like 60 or 70 around there.
He'd be more closer to the Mandarin.
I love answering your question. Why issue number 11 only a 6? Bad proportions, plus the Mandarin missing fingers and no right arm and shoulders. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Mind you, it was a question. I don't attack it because I really do appreciate everybody's opinion on this. It's just, sometimes like, well,
I think you're the first person that
but yeah,
I think it's the first person that's ever answered him.
I know, right? I argue that Controller was more of a Power Lord's villain, says Bad Comic. Alrighty. So this is what we got here, kids. We've got 9 8s taking out the 5 10s, but only 4 of those 9s. So this is a 9.
It's just shifting the YouTube for us where people are starting to pay attention to what he's asking for questions.
Yeah, and the reason he looks so jacked is because he's basically absorbing so many people. That's why Control looks.
Or maybe it's all wrinkly skin.
Yeah, but his face is gnarly, but his body is like.
So if he did that now with the obesity epidemic, would he just be fat?
Yeah,
possibly.
Alrighty, so last cover of the night. I think I'm the lead on this one.
You are? I don't know. I think you are.
And it's issue number 50.
Ooh.
Alrighty. And I still think the Mandarin cover was better, but I'm the only one apparently. Okay, this one's not bad. It's got that 1970s black border thing that goes on. I'm always a fan of Princess Python. I've got a thing. Overall, it's a snake wrapping around Iron Man. It's not a bad drawing. Yeah, okay. I guess an 8. Okay, I'll go 8. Alrighty, Eric, what do you think?
I believe this is my boy Gil.
It is.
Art.
it is.
Yeah.
It is your boy.
And yeah, I'm giving this a 10.
Okay. We got a 10 from Eric. LK?
Yeah, I gotta agree with the 10 here. You know, again, I like the way where the word bubbles are placed. Now, I mean, one could certainly argue that it almost seems like it's a panel from the story and not a true cover, but there's just other nice little subtle details. I like how goes, into on top of the trade dress, so kind of breaking out of the panel. Same thing with kind of, I guess, the steam rising up out of the panel. So again, you get some additional depth there, which is really cool. And then the snakes rendered spectacularly well. So yeah, it's a 10 for me.
All righty. And RDV?
Kill him, my precious. Oh crap! My precious snake's going into the acid with him.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well,
She'll find another.
And still that corner up there, I was always, hey, every single time.
Hey.
Every single time. That's my icon from now on. Retirement reads. I like, yeah, everything LK said, yes. The armor is rendered well. So is the snake, everything. The debris as he's going through the railing, the smoke, everything. Even the stairs behind the smoke. He's like, let's put some stairs behind the smoke. We don't need it there, but we're just gonna put random stairs. I like this. This is a 10.
All righty.
And this
Maranya?
is this is the better logo when it has the white and the red. I love that.
yeah. All right, here we go. First of all, yes, this is a Gil Kane cover. And I'm going to bring this up as many times as I need to. This should have been your issue number 50 when you put Iron Man in the cover rankings. This should have been the number 50.
I will include Iron Man in the 100th episode, which will be October 2nd or 3rd. So,
Okay, that's cool.
Also 10 for Princess Python. Vava Voom.
Yeah, best
Okay.
part of the cover. Yes.
Okay, continuing on, that black frame that everybody's going, oh, it's just a square cover. It sets off the dynamic action scene of Iron Man in peril from Princess Python's precious Python. She calls him her precious.
Triple P.
Triple P, yes. And I can say there's a good bit of detail in the background, including that bubbling acid to set up the perilous situation. And you got Princess Python and her precious Python they're villain green. They contrast with Iron Man's red and yellow. And you see that sky blue in the background? That echoes that Marvel Comics group trade dress across the top.
Also,
And as LK mentioned, the word bubbles are actually part of the cover design. If you look at it, because their shapes and color lead the eye around from Iron Man to Princess Python. And I score this an Eli Katz 10, only because I can't give it 1,000.
did you also notice that if Iron Man could give a nostril shot, he's doing it right now?
Yeah, that's pretty close. It's pretty close to a nostril shot, if you could. It's pretty close.
All right. Henry says a 10. Gil Kane, enough said. And then we've got, he makes Hunchback look good. I don't know what's going on there, but Ethereal says 9. Alrighty. And Bad Comic says, I'd say that I dated Princess Python, but pythons aren't venomous. Oh. And then says 10. Snake looks cool. Alrighty. And then we've got an 8 from Joe. We've got a 9 from Michael saying, very cool cover. Manny from Good Dog Press says 9 as well. So we got 2 9s right there. Iron Man's right knee screwed up a little bit. Great smoke. Not a fan of the word balloons on a cover, but it's awesome, says Henry. Never date a woman with a giant python, says Joe. And pretty sure you just described a man at Joe.
Wait, you described Barack Obama?
Yeah. Yes.
But
Okay, so
you know what happens to the poor python.
last cover of the night, and this is what we have. We have 2 votes.
MK came in with a late 10.
Okay. Well, then it's a 10 because we've got 2 8s, 3 9s, and 8 10s. There we go. All righty. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't voted in the What's Next poll, please do. We are working on, I do believe we are into season 6 at this point. As far as the votes are concerned, yesterday was the movie homage posters, and there you go. Before I know some people drop out as we're doing the rankings, so let me give you a heads up on the next couple of days. Tomorrow, this is the last episode of season 6. So tomorrow's going to be the brackets. We're going to put all 16 covers that won up against each other. We have 2 Rocketeer covers in there. And then on Friday, for the first episode of season 5 is going to be 1990s DC. And then we're going to continue on Sunday with Independent. And then on Monday with Marvel.
Season 7.
Season 5.
Well, you said this was the end of season 6.
No. I was that's but we're talking about what's coming up in the next couple of days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So those are going to be the next few. So please join us for that. And don't forget the auction on Saturday. Got a autographed George Perez Crisis on Infinite Earths #1. That being said, let's figure out where all of these really belong.
Well, real quickly, if you haven't donated money to the Ko-Fi bin, you should do it now. And if you become a member, you might get you could get a chance to win these on DVD, 1 through 5. Season
What are you
5.
talking about?
Yeah, the ranking cover. No,
The rankings on DVD.
Get a
Okay,
box set.
there you go. Yeah. Hey, we are at 6. We are on like what is this? Episode 67 right now.
Mm-hmm.
We've done 67 of these.
And now
Already.
someone's going to create a Wikipedia, and they're going to have reference notes at which episode this happened in.
Oh yeah, actually we should do that ourselves.
Mhm.
Okay, so LK, you're in control of where everything goes. We have an obvious number 14, and that's Iron Man #2.
Yeah.
If I'm judging, I'll judge first here, and I'll say the best is issue #8, and the worst is, I believe that's #5 with the Freak. Eric, you want to go next?
Yeah, it's #3, and that's my favorite. And my least favorite is the unicorn cover.
Okay, it's where it needs to be then. How about you, okay?
Yeah, I'll say 8's my favorite and 1's my least favorite.
Alrighty. Frog?
My favorite is the Happy Hogan cover, #3. And
Okay, so they're both with 2, but unfortunately, the Freak has 1 downvote. Maranya.
Well, I didn't give you my worst.
What's his least
Oh,
favorite?
go ahead. What's your worst?
My worst is actually the Iron Man 1 cover.
Okay, so that's got 2 votes for the worst. Maranya?
Okay, my favorite is actually the unicorn cover,
Alrighty.
and the worst is I'm sorry to say yes. #1 is the worst of those.
Okay, so it would have to stay this way because the Freak had 2 votes for favorite, and Unicorn only had 1, even though the all right, so let's go up to the 9s. And starting on this one, ooh, goodness gracious. The best has to be what is the second one? No, the third one in my opinion. Yeah. Actually, now I'm seeing it. Nope, Submariner Iron Man is the best, and the worst is the Controller. Alrighty, so basically didn't have to move a thing. Eric.
God, this hurts. I agree.
Right. Okay, so that's 2 for both of those. LK.
Yeah, I'll leave the Submariner one is the best, and I think the Crusher one here is the worst.
Alrighty, RDV.
Oh man. The best is the Submariner, and then the one to the right of it, the purple, is the worst.
Alrighty. Maranya.
Because I really like that first Mandarin cover, but I'll go with the group on the Submariner sauce one as the best. The worst is actually the one you put in third place. Put that down to the bottom, please. That's bad. That is terrible.
Controller has more votes on it.
Well,
so,
no, it's 2. It's 2, 2, 1.
All right. So there we go. And let's go to the 10s.
Oh,
Maranya, you want to lead us off on the 10s?
oh my! I'm not leading off on the 10s.
Okay, I'll do it. Get the one that Henry didn't like, I think is the best. The Mandarin shooting Tony in the face. Or not Tony. And the worst of them, it's right there, the number 50. All right. I see you shaking your head, Maranya. Eric.
Well, if my camera were on, you'd see me shaking mine too. Number one, to me the best is the Hulk cover, and my least favorite is ludicrously huge left hand gladiator.
All righty, and LK.
Well, mine is the opposite. My favorite is issue 50, and my least favorite is the Mandarin cover.
All righty. And RDV.
Leave it like it is. Looks perfect now.
Okay, that's 2 votes for both of those. Maranya, what do you say?
I will say leave it because I do the 50 should definitely be the number 1, and because I almost don't necessarily like the Hulk as that much, but I'll go with even though he sliced it through the first time showing in the trade dress of the with the rivets. I'll put a little Mr. Gladiator at the end.
The rivets.
All righty.
The rivets. The rivets.
Okay, so there you go, gang. We've got our 14 Iron Man issues. LK, if you would like to announce them since you're in control.
Sure. I'm just going to point out, looking at them lined up like this, 50 to me looks even better because you can see just how good and how detailed the inking is compared to some of these earlier ones. And
I got to say the same thing about Sub. I would probably have, you look at them in smaller, they do stand out. The Iron Man Submariner, I probably would have scored a little bit better, judging by that.
Yeah. But in 14th place is Iron Man issue number 2, I believe that is. And then 13th is Iron Man number 1. 12th is Iron Man number 4. 11 is Iron Man number 3. And in 10th place is Iron Man number 8. Then we go to, what was this? Iron Man 11 is in 9. Issue 5 is 8. And 7 is number 6. And I think that was what, number 10 that'd be 6th place. And then in 5th place is the Iron Man and Submariner number 1 in our top 4. Issue number 7, and this was 11. I can't remember. Anyways, the second Mandarin one. Then we have the Iron Man and the Hulk in number 2, and Iron Man number 50 is number 1.
Alrighty, I'm adding it to the bracket fights.
Good.
So there we go. And that is the countdown for the Iron Man covers, the birthday request of Maranya. There you go. Did your favorite make it to the top?
Yes, it did.
All right.
Because I confirm that actually did strike me as the best of all the ones I had.
All right. We do have a request, and I will do this because I like your idea. I'm going to put this down. This is going to go with right after the whatever won the poll. We're going to do Gil Kane, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to make sure that the people on the panel, generally the ones that the 4 of us on the panel, myself, Eric, LK, and RDV are usually the ones that are more reliable to be here. So we're going to pick covers, and we're going to put them up, and we're going to see how you guys vote, and it's going to be Gil Kane artist covers. Maranya, you are more than welcome to join us.
I'll probably be in the audience for that one.
Okay. Because we will. It'll be better with a 5th, so everybody picks 2. But there we go. I like that idea. When I think about it, it should have given 50 a 10, says Michael Taylor. Did you guys sing happy birthday to Maranya? Apparently, you guys don't like that. I think Eric Breen, he'd probably lead off the happy birthday singing.
He's like, nope. I'm not gonna force anybody to sing me happy birthday.
There you go. I always feel uncomfortable during that.
Happy
We
birthday.
don't want the channel to get
Oh,
a
he's singing.
Happy birthday. I'm spoken wording it.
Oh, you're doing like William Shatner.
He's Bill Shatnering it. Yes.
Dear Maranya, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
You
flipping that.
You turn one free pass without the paper.
Now, when your anniversary comes up,
Yeah.
and you tell us about that, then I'll belt out a happy anniversary from
That's the 13th of November. It's a Wednesday.
So
you guys,
you want a quick story, make you feel a little better about your Justice League. Guy I used to work for got tape stuck on the back cover of Iron Man 2 and took half the cover with him when he pulled it off because he didn't know it was stuck.
Oh no!
Yikes! See, at least I knew mine was, and I tried to. Okay, come on, just on it. Oh man!
Thank you, everybody, for the happy birthday wishes. Yeah, 36. I haven't seen 36 in a while. I'll go. My age is $29.95 plus international shipping and handling.
Actually,
There you
Maranya,
go.
you just saw 36 2 minutes ago.
Well, we all know how old you are because whenever I get attacked for my age, you always point out that you're just
You're
a few
the same
months
age.
I'm just a little bit younger. Yes,
I can't remember what 36 feels like. It's been
Yeah.
so
Oh,
long.
shut up!
36. I was married for 5 years when I hit 36.
I bet 36 felt better than 62 does for me. I can't
Yeah,
think of anybody else.
or me.
At 36, I became a manager of one of the attractions at Universal Studios.
It's called Twister.
It was Twister, yeah. I was very happy. I felt very good about my working career. No idea that my marriage was about to fall apart. That came up like, holy shit, where did that come from? And then it just tumbled.
Yeah, but okay. If anybody really wants to know my age, I am the same age as when Amazing Fantasy 15 was published, the same year. So
1946?
I wish.
No, what, you wish you were 20 years older?
No, I wish I was 46.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You said when it came out. I said
Which
1940.
was
Maranya,
yes,
our 46 is now old enough to get its driver's license.
that is correct. Our 46, yes, it is.
Yeah. Michael Taylor saying 62.
That is correct.
Shout out to Venkman's I Remember 36. Yeah, 36 would be like, hey, old friend, how you doing?
Yeah.
36 is also the year we had our own house. It was a tract house. But you can't tell on the inside.
In the middle of the street.
And I needed to go check the mail. And Florida is very good about really bad storms that last a minute. So I'm going to get the mail, and it just. So I run to the mailbox. I grab the mail. I run back, and I'm like. Yeah, I couldn't freaking breathe, and that was the day I decided I was going to get in shape. Obviously, I was only in shape for a while, but
but
well, you're always in a shape. That's not the length.
well, the thing is, I'm Eric see me. Yeah, I've got a belly. I'm not obese or anything like that.
a belly?
But I always made sure that I was lifting and I was swimming.
Mhm.
You know, so like I said, when I had the heart scare, it turned out to be a panic attack. The cardiologist said beautiful heart, but yeah,
Well,
that all
I don't
started at
know.
36.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe both of our bellies are a little bigger than they should be because we walked into bars and they said, "Oh, I didn't know the sumos were in town."
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, but
The
see,
Japanese guys are still. Oh,
Or
wait,
they
no,
came and
they're
said,
right.
"Would you like to try the $89 challenge, gentlemen?"
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like Eric and Dr. Silverage and I are the charter members of the 6262 Club.
I want out.
No, you don't.
You don't? I know you just got in, but I'd give it up.
Well, let me in.
I'm gonna get you the next year, dude.
Do what?
Get the next year.
No, I want to be younger. I mean, I want to.
Oh, okay. If you could turn back,
Not that.
Yeah, sure.
Have a going, Henry. Take care, man.
Take care. Everybody's leaving. Thank you again for the birthday wishes. I do appreciate it.
Wait, I didn't end the poll, did I?
Yeah, no, it's well.
let me end the poll here.
We ended it for you.
Yeah, well, the votes ended it pretty dang quick. We had 24 votes. Thank you to everybody who participated. 4% to Wildstorm, 12% to Thunderbolts. Power of Shazam got 20, and Superman Action Comics
This ran
62. It was that's a beatdown right now. Yeah.
Thank you again for the happy birthday wishes.
You're welcome. And by the way, this will be extended to everybody, and I mean everybody. So if you're in the chat, go on ahead, give us a you know what? I should take that back. No, it'll be everybody who's become a member over at Ko-Fi. Because you guys can pick whatever you want once a month. There you are. All righty. Eric, you wish you were Benjamin Button. You would still become. You'd start old. And
the Merlin effect.
I wouldn't want the reverse. Start off
No,
old, and then you're like, I'm happy, I'm young, I'm dead.
Well, it would be, you would start off decrepit and old, and then you become young. You become 40 in your dating years.
I feel
it's not like your I'm ready to go years would be when you're actually 40 to 50 years old. It doesn't make any kind of sense.
So to start off old and then get like your 40s and your dating years, but you've been older the whole time. It's like, how do these dating apps work?
Yeah, right. So yeah, you're in your head, you're still 60, but you're in the body of a teenager. No. And then you've got to go along with these. And let me tell you something. I've said this to so many times to Gail, especially now we moved to a college town. I don't get it. I don't understand why some men chase after girls when they can have women. I can't imagine holding a conversation with one of these kids. Let's not get past.
They're not talking.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's where my mind is because I'm 54 freaking years old. I have nothing in common with a 20-year-old. I will have my top 10 Gil Kane covers as well whenever that happens. All righty, cool. It does. One thing I haven't said it tonight, but one thing I do agree with is, good night, LK. Take care, man.
Take care, LK.
More than likely, we will not have the same covers. There's a lot of Gil Kane covers out there, and that's one thing. When I came up with the '90s covers, I threw in a couple of iconic. This is to please the masses, but really, what I'm after is interesting. Let's take a look.
A suggestion.
What?
Since it was his suggestion.
Okay. Why doesn't he pick out the 10?
No. Well, so if Henry has a microphone, why doesn't he join us that night?
More than welcome to, Henry. If you want to jump on, it is your suggestion. Bring it. You could be the 5th. We have LK, we have RDV, we have Eric, and myself. You could be the 5th.
The power is yours.
Yeah. So yeah.
Or if you want to bring your top 10, you can host. And
now we can't have 50 covers up there. We'll have to take 2 each.
No, I like your idea. If he's got his 10, we'll rank his 10.
All right, yeah.
If he can come on.
Yeah,
you can get them to you ahead of time so you can put scans together.
Single him out. It feels like we're doing right now.
MK is saying for a future poll, I'll list all animal covers, but stray dogs are banned. Then what's the fucking point? I don't get it. Actually, I showed off the power of Shazam. There's a brilliant cover where Shazam is pulling a rabbit out of a magic hat, and it's Hoppy, the Marvel bunny.
Oh,
You know what? And I'm putting Power Shazam in. I'm using Power of It's My Channel. It's a great. These are covers.
Okay, what about this, Henry? If you can find a way to get the list to E ahead of time, like those Twitter or whatever, wherever however that works. We'll do your 10 covers.
We have a comment section down below. Put in the comment section of this video.
Yeah, of the video.
There you go.
Of this video, put in your top 10 covers. I'll go find them, and we'll make it 12. Okay. Yeah, 12 is the minimum. If you've got 15, make it 15. That's the maximum I like to go, because we tend to be a chatty bunch and make what should be an hour and a half show into a 2 hour and 10-minute show a lot.
Yeah. Yes.
Call me a chatty
Wow, it's almost like that's tonight.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
And the fun ironic part, Gil Kane was known for his nose shots. I don't think he actually illustrated any of the nose armor.
I'll list them in the comments of this video. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I know he did the cover for Iron Man 72 at the comic convention. I'm pretty sure
he did that, but that you don't really see you see the nose down. You don't see the upshot.
I was wondering what to replace the giveaways with, because I stopped giving books away, and that was one of that was one of the thank yous for being a spot on the wheel, was a thank you for being a member over there. But I think this is it. You guys get to control us. If you are a member, on Ko-Fi, a $5 or higher member on Ko-Fi, I just because we do have multiples, I can't give you one every day, obviously, but like one a month, boom, you get to tell us what to do. We do your topic. I'll add that to it. So, let's see. They put 6 minutes of that new Terminator Zero anime. Looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't watched that. I want to go in cold on that one. AMC refuses to take my money.
Oh.
They stopped my card.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know why, but the bank has it pending for AMC to take, but AMC isn't taking it.
Yeah,
So,
that sometimes happens with certain things. Like we've charged some things. Some of them take it immediately. Some take 3 days.
Yeah, I told Gail we're in our travels for whatever Elizabeth wants to do. We got to stop by AMC and check to see if they can't get that fixed, because I want my card back. This will probably be the only week it's showing, and it looks like I'm going to miss Rear Window on big screen.
Yeah. Oh, I did see the trailer for that Superman Christopher Reeve.
Isn't
that
inspiring?
It gets you right in the feels.
Yeah. Just the preview.
I
It's
want
like,
to see that so bad, but I don't think I'll be able to get out to see them in the theaters. But they're only doing it, I think, the 21st and the 25th of September in the theaters, and they're gonna, after a while, they're gonna put it on. I guess they're gonna put it on Max.
Oh, give me just a second here to. Oh, Henry, I'm gonna make it tougher on you. Try not to make it a lot of any one character. If you've ever seen me do this with the artists, you got to spread it out to a lot of different characters and a lot of different titles. So not just one.
You could do some DC, Bill Kane's. That was like Green Lantern. And
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah. And
But here's the rub. Henry's about to find out how difficult it is to come up with the cool covers to put up here. Because if it's a title, it's easy. Iron Man 1, 2, 3, 1 through 12, easy as pie. Love it. But when you do an artist, or you do a decade, or you do a year, it's like, okay, do I include this one, or do I include that one?
Yeah.
Do I want quirky, or do I want iconic? Especially, I try to stay away from iconic if it is within that first 12.
Iconic.
Because like if we do a title and the issue 8 is an iconic comic book of, say, Batman, we might do Batman, therefore we're going to rank that number 8. So go a little bit further out, pick something from that if it matches. Yeah. It's there's a little more thought than I thought it would be coming up with these covers.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, is this going to be something people are going to enjoy looking at, or is it going to get, or is it going to get a what the f am I looking at?
Yeah.
Which is awesome. But what I don't want is, well, that's boring. You know, so it's, you know, you want a reaction one way or the other.
My favorite is when they say, well, why don't you put the good cover in there?
Oh, yeah. The best cover was the one you didn't put in. Yeah, of course.
Well, that's I know I did that to you with the 50s, but I was correct.
No. Everybody else is wrong. I'm right. The Mandarin
No,
cover.
you're just your 20% when you're wrong.
Okay. 2%, by the way.
Oh, 2%. Okay, you're 2% wrong.
20%.
Yeah, I like Common America, but I guess I can see why you exclude it. Wait.
Oh, I can't.
Who excludes Common America?
Okay, because he's going, iconic. He's making a pun.
Oh, iconic. Okay, I gotcha.
I like the Iconics.
Yeah.
Let's see. They finally gave Superman his trunks back, the most accurate costume since Reeve. I'm looking forward to all of it. I got to tell you, the DC universe, I'm excited for. Marvel universe, it'll happen, and I'll go see the movies, but I'm not excited for anything. You know, the last thing I was excited for from Marvel was maybe Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man movie. No, I think Doctor Strange, because I loved Scarlet Witch and the Vision. What was it?
WandaVision.
WandaVision. I loved WandaVision, so I was looking forward to the follow-up. But yeah.
I'm looking forward to, if they're going to do it, Miss Marvel season 2.
Ms. Marvel, freaking wonderful show. Loved it.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward to if they do a season 2.
I can understand why some people didn't like it, because it was a kid's show.
Yeah, but it was so.
I liked it because it was a kid's show. It wasn't grim and gritty and dark. I wanted something.
It wasn't low.
And that girl is infectious. She is the best part of that show. She's the best part of Marvel's. I know, not a high standard, but yeah, she is. She's one of us. She's a geek.
Yeah.
And I stand with her on the whole 616 thing. She got into an argument with Feige. She goes, because Feige said it's the 616. She goes, no, it isn't. 616, the comics. He goes, well, it's our version of the 616. And she says, that's why it's not the 616.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The sad part about with Chris Reeve, I can tell you pretty much where I was when he had his accident. I was in Lansing, Michigan at MediaWest.com. And we heard about it, and our group, our Star Wars group, actually signed a card to send to him. So that's how I remember it was 95.
Let's see, did you hear the Acolyte got canceled? Yeah, and some people were mad. I'm sure some people were, and I'm sure some people were mad. I'll tell you who I will be surprised if he was not mad. Gary probably made about $5,000 off the videos that he got.
Easy.
Yeah, easy. Just doing the Acolytes. If I was Gary, I'd be pissed that they canceled.
I think they're canceling She-Hulk season 2 as well.
Yeah, I remember where I was in a field of disguise.
But you know what?
Shame on you, bad comic reviews.
You know what's sad? The part is though is that there might be some people who actually do like these shows. I don't know how bad they are, but they remove it from existence. They delete it. Remember they did that with Willow.
Yeah,
it's gone.
I wanted to watch that. I never got around to it. The one that pisses me off, and because I was an avid watcher of it, I would have loved to season 3 is The World According to Goldblum on Disney Plus. That show was
see those.
Yeah, that was that was possibly the best show that had been on for the 2 years it was on. And I'm including the Marvel and the DC and the Star Wars stuff.
What about how things were made, or not things were made, but they had the Disney one behind the scenes.
That one was good. But Jeff Goldblum, he was just so entertaining to watch because
I agree.
He came in very excited about tennis shoes. Everybody loves them. But have you ever seen them made? And They're going to make me my own shoe. I get to design it myself. And he's so excited. Every little bit that they're talking about is, oh, wow, you know, and he drags you into it. It's like his excitement becomes your excitement. You actually want to find out how they put different flavors into ice cream and such like that. So yeah, it's a lot of
There is
stuff.
a science to it. And yes, Reeve did not want a muscle suit. He actually worked out with Dave Prowse, the body model for Darth Vader. He did work out with him, but the poor spandex suit kind of canceled some of his muscles. But even if you saw how muscular he looked in the spandex, he looked even more jacked when he was outside of it. He was
shirtless. Yeah.
He was pretty ripped.
Willow tossed down the memory hole with Song of the South. I'll never understand. First of all, Song of the South is boring when it's not cartoon. Second of all, the only person who's got his shit together is Uncle Remus.
Uncle Remus.
The biggest
the thing that they go off on. What were you gonna say, Artie?
I was gonna say the biggest complaint I remember about Willow is because they had lesbians.
Oh,
Other than that, the show was actually pretty damn good.
It was okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
I liked it because it continued the story of the movie.
The biggest complaint about Song of the South is there's a scene where, Barbarian, did I get shipping from you? Oh wait, no. You know what? I just got your money from Stripe. It just came in today, so it will be going out. The biggest problem with goodness gracious, Song of the South that everybody else saw was there's a scene where the black people are happy and they're having a barbecue and they're enjoying, they're singing songs, and their whole thing was it doesn't show what slavery was all about. First of all, it's after slavery, it's Reconstruction, and these people would have been slaves because all of them are adults with a couple of kids running around. So these people would have been slaves, torn away from their family. Now they're reunited, and the people who are against the movie are claiming that it's improper to have a black family happy because they were reunited. So go figure. Yeah, I loved Uncle Remus, but that little boy was so annoying. Yeah, yes.
Isn't that the name? Isn't Uncle Remus the one that's in Boondocks?
No, that's a whole different. But it pisses me off that and it's modern day. It's the whole DEI bullshit. Now you can't. They can't play the Zippity Doodah. Zippity Doodah is not a racist song, yet they're taking it out of the parks. Why? It's the whole thing with the grocery stores. Oh, we want to be non-racist, so you can't have any not white icons in the grocery store anymore.
We can't have Governor Kung Fu on any of the apps anymore because it's racist. Because a guy who sucks at acting demanded it. Go on.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, freaking ridiculous. I wonder what they would do. I was talking to Gail. We should go to Disney, and I'm just going to start singing Zippity Doodah, see who joins. You know, if we're in a line, Zippity Doodah, Zippity, see who joins in.
Well, now you know when is the best time to go there. Now, yeah, being Floridian,
now
winter.
I wish I was down there now because there's nobody in the parks. They fucked the parks up sincerely to the point where people aren't going.
I was gonna say, once you heard about all of the diversity, illegal hiring process, which there's a lot of blessed people in the parks now.
Well, yeah, I know. But the thing is, they came up with this thing called Lightning Lane. They're nickel and diming people. They're charging upwards to $200 for a day. So, like, hey, if the four of us were decided to go among us, we would spend damn near $1,000 before we saw one ride, before we got anything to eat or bought a shirt or anything. It's ridiculous. And that's a family of four. Family of four spends upward of $1,000 before they even enter the park. It's ridiculous.
Go to It's cheaper.
I pointed out to Gail, I said there was this one family who showed the receipts and talked about all the money they spent. and it ended up being around $16,000. I was like, you know what? You could have literally gone to another country. You could have gone to China or Tokyo and seen their Disney for that price. Let's see. MK saying, I don't know how familiar with Mortal Kombat you are, but if you remember the cyborgs, the yellow and red ones, Sektar and Cyrax, the new MK game. Yeah, I heard about that. They're women now. For some reason, instead of creating, like they couldn't put one of the already female characters in the forefront of a new game.
What is a woman?
Yeah.
Oh no,
Well,
they know what one is now because they're trying to
they're trying to make one president. Yeah.
I thought it was a hyena they're trying to elect.
Oh, by the way, Chinese Disney would be coded in lead. Tokyo Disney, there's I think it's called the Sea, something with the sea is supposed to be the best theme park in the world. That being said,
I'll just say this. I mean, nothing against China. I'm just saying I would not want to go there hearing about how if you get arrested for anything, just my thing, it is horrible to try to get out of there.
I was in China. I actually I was questioning because I saw this. I went to the Forbidden City, and all around it are pictures of Mao. I said, "You guys are still into Mao? The guy killed, I
get what say
80% of the freaking population, and they weren't even at war. The guy's a horrible leader." And my friend was like, "No, you need to be quiet." And I was like, you guys need to speak up and bring up. And she goes, "You need to be quiet. This is not America." And she goes, "The soldiers are looking at you." And I looked over, and sure enough, they were staring at me, and they were just watching. I was like, "Okay, maybe it's time to go."
Yeah.
Well, good news though. It's coming here.
I know, right? Yeah. I actually was on a Skype call with her. Friends, not romantic. I wasn't trying to get it. It was just friends. But I was on a Skype call with her, and she stands up, and she just stands off the thing. I could see that. I mean, she didn't turn off the computer or anything, but she stands up. She just stands kind of like at attention. All of a sudden, soldiers come in. The fuck is this? Turns out it was a contraband check.
Don't you remember the news reporter that got arrested live on during the middle of an interview? She was on webcam, and they came in, arrested her, took her out.
Yeah, and that's shit. That shit's gonna happen here too. I think somebody else did get arrested for something they tweeted or something in America. I'll have to look that up. I might have heard it wrong, but we know it happens in England.
They said they didn't like the new absolute garbage coming out.
Right. Oh, I was in Thailand.
Real quickly, get back to comics real quickly. That absolute Batman that's coming out with Scott Snyder, it's been revealed that the chest I think on here is actually a battle axe that comes out of his chest.
Oh, jeez.
And there we go. All right. Well, by the way, Bad Comics Review, he's saying just shout Tiananmen Square in China and you'll develop superpowers of invisibility. The funny thing is, these students from China came over. They were working at Universal. That's how I met a lot of them. And they were over for the Olympics. And the weird thing is they don't hear about all the stuff that we hear about. And so they were doing this whole thing about China, and they showed Tiananmen Square, and they got mad. And I said, you're mad at the guy he was standing up for freedom, and he was standing up for, and then they says, no, he was attacking they have a whole different story that goes with the guy at Tiananmen Square. He was being violent to people and wanted to overthrow the government, and he wanted to, I was like, no, that's not what happened. And I showed him. And I even asked them, because they were still watching, like on their phones, they would still watch Chinese news.
Well, you're not allowed to search.
It's in Chinese. But I said, wow, what do you guys think of what happened yesterday? And they said, what? I said, at the Olympics, there was a bomb scare. Somebody tried to blow up the Olympics. And they goes, we didn't hear that. And I said, well, it's in the news. And they were looking. I said, no, you got to look at American news. They're blocking shit from you. You know,
I'd be afraid though.
and they were amazed. They were amazed at what they found out about China when they were here.
Just trying to do, if you're in China, like imagine just trying to do a search term for something and it's forbidden. People showing up your door and just arresting you because you're trying to find the truth.
Yeah,
that's freaky.
That does happen. It does happen. Anyway, guys, we have managed to turn an 1.5-hour show into a 2.5-hour show. So don't forget to join us tomorrow night for the bracket fights. And I'm going out. It's Elizabeth's Day, so we might not be here. We probably will, but I'm gonna leave you guys links and everything.
Yeah.
Just in case.
I may have to catch that one on replay. I have stuff I gotta do tomorrow.
That being said, join us 10:30 for tomorrow. Don't forget to go click like, share, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. Go on over to Ko-Fi if you haven't done that already.
Go over to the Geeky Puppet Show, give us some views and some more subs. We're almost at 700, guys. And 9 p.m. Eastern, before the cover rankings, we'll be doing this. We'll be doing the best of the week. The best of the week. And yeah, one of the books on here is Sanction, and you should be checking out. Very independent book set in the 80s Russia with corruption. Highly recommend that. Wow. Right. It's 5-issue little miniseries, but I don't think there's going to be a trade for it though. They're not advertising.
And, thank you very much for watching, and happy birthday to Maranya.
Thank you, Manny, and give Rogue some pets and treats from me.
And as always, thank you very, very much for watching. Have a good night.
Take care, true believers.